We are live. Let's go, everybody. Can you hear me out there? We got the new mic in-house. Mike with a new mic. Look out. We got Giants, Pats today. We don't need to tell you the history of this matchup, all right? Giants historically have come out with the better results in this matchup. Patriots, we're kind of their bugaboo team for them, all right? Patriots 4.5-point favorites on the road in New Jersey today. Tommy DeVito barely had to roll out of bed today to get to the stadium. So you know he's feeling good. We'll see how we're looking in this game at some point. Are we sounding all right? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if we're sounding all right. Might have to check myself to make sure. Let's see. Test. How we sound? Oh, massive echo. See, that's why. Better? Test.
Give me a thumbs up in the chat.
Test.
Let's see. Test. How we sound? Oh, massive echo. See, that's why. Test.
We should be good with the echo now. We'll see. Let me know in the chat. Thumbs up. How we sounding? I'm trying out a new mic.
Let me know in the chat. Thumbs up.
All right, that sounds better. We're underway in New Jersey. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. We should be good now. Let me know if that's sounding better.
I'm trying out a new mic.
All right, that should be good. We're underway. Giants ran the ball. I think. Sorry about this, guys. Tried out the new mic. Once you're live, you're live. That's how it works. DeVito completed to Wandale on his first throw, 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Handoff is to Barkley. Barkley makes a couple of men miss. Barkley gets in the open field, gets a first down. Let's go, Saquon.
DeVito completed to Wandale on his first throw, 6 yard.
All right, cool. Patriots, another bad team this year. Not a team that we should be like automatically losing to and giving up 5 points. Even with Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito looked good last week. Starting out good already. Giants on the 1st and 10. Paris Campbell goes in motion. DeVito fakes the handoff. Sits back there looking. Gets rid of it. Completes to Jalen Hyatt for a first down. DeVito hits Jalen Hyatt for a first. Let's go. This Giants offense has been more explosive this drive already is one of the better drives we've seen this year. That's how sad the Giants season has been. But DeVito, with all day to throw there, Jalen Hyatt just finds the hole, gets both feet down for a first. Let's go, baby. Shout out to everybody out there. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're back. Doesn't matter how bad the teams are. Doesn't matter how bad the matchup is. We're signed up for every Giants game this year. We still got Giants games on the schedule, so here we are. 1st and 10 for DeVito. Gives it a Breida on the jet sweep. Breida nowhere to go. Just hustles back to the line of scrimmage, if that. Patriots were ready for that. Nowhere to go with that. "19 games since opening drive touchdown for the Giants. The longest active streak in the NFL. That's unacceptable. That's bad coaching, bad offensive coordinator job. If you can't orchestrate a good... Oh, the Giants fumble. Wandale Robinson and Tommy DeVito fumble. They try another jet sweep, and Robinson puts it on the ground. Unbelievable. And we're underway in New Jersey. Patriots get a turnover. Just a miscommunication, bad handoff from DeVito to Robinson. Both guys pointing at each other. And it's what started out as a good drive, ends in a horrible drive. Turnover, fumble. We'll see the replay here. Wandale comes in motion. I mean, it looked like a decent handoff. Robinson just can't reel it in. And that's what a bad team does, right? You get some momentum and you give it right back. So, 1st and 10 for Mac Jones and the Patriots. The 2-8 Patriots against the 3-8 Giants. Jones hands it off. Up the middle, Ramondre Stevenson, I think. Yeah, Stevenson gets about 6 or 7 on first down. Solid run. They pitch it Stevenson again on 2nd and 3. Giants ready for it this time. Bobby Okereke and Ashawn Robinson wrap him up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and short for the Patriots at their own 28, 30-yard line. So not terrible field position. It's not like the Giants coughed it up in their own end. But that's definitely not the way you want to start if you're the Giants. Listen, Tommy DeVito looked good. That handoff didn't look like his fault either. That looked like Wandale Robinson just not ready for the handoff. Took his eye off the ball. Coughed it up. 3rd and 2 for the Patriots after 2 run plays to Ramondre Stevenson. Play clock dwindling. Mac Jones. They fumble. The snap was coming in late. I don't know if they're going to give it a delay of game or they're going to let the play go. But either way, Patriots going backwards. Delay a game on the Pats. Mac Jones just fooling around back there, then finally realized he wanted to get the snap off as the play clock was at 1. And doesn't get it off in time and almost fumbled and almost got injured. So horrible play from the Patriots. These are two of the worst offenses in the NFL, if not the worst 2 offenses in the NFL. There's some other contenders in there, the Jets, The Pittsburgh Steelers offense has been really bad this year, especially throwing the ball. But all intents and purposes, these are the two worst offenses in the league. And Adoree Jackson makes a great read on the slant pattern and gets a pass deflection. Incomplete. Great break on the ball. Adoree Jackson's first game back in a while. Big Task, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're back with Giants football. I don't know about you, but I kind of enjoyed not having to watch the Giants on Thanksgiving. At least this year, we could have just relaxed, just hang out with the family, not worry about the football. Yeah, we'll turn it on. We'll see what's going on. But I enjoyed my Thanksgiving. Hope you did as well. Punt is in the air. Gunnar Olszewski makes a couple people miss. The former Patriot brings it back to the Giant 25, and that's where the Giants will take over. So both offenses coming out horrible. At least the Giants took some shots down the field, made a couple plays. I like the way when DeVito has time, he takes a shot down the field. That's what you at least want to see at this juncture of the season. I mean, neither of these teams are going anywhere fast. And Mac Jones is still, the Patriots are still nickel and diming up the field, which is not what I want to see from the Giants. I'd rather the turnovers, try something different, get guys in motion, throw it down the field, instead of, try to nickel and dime, win the game 13-10. I don't want to see that today. We know it's going to be ugly. Just muck it up. Try to make some big plays. Try to get some explosive plays. We already saw a big play from Jalen Hyatt, who we have not heard from in a minute. 29-yard catch from Jalen Hyatt on the first drive before being spoiled by Wan'Dale Robinson's fumble. We got a busy day today, Big Task. We got the Knicks at 6 o'clock. We got the Giants right now. Hopefully we can get 2 wins today. You know what? Why not end the weekend on a high note? Giants will get the ball back at their own 25-yard line. I'm hoping to see more of this. The offense looks okay. That didn't look like anything other than just a poor execution. They were moving the ball up the field nicely. They had some ideas of what they wanted to do. Jalen Brunson, big game the other night. With our backs against the wall in the in-season tournament. And you can't tell me that in-season tournament thing doesn't matter in the NBA. It definitely does. They're showing pictures of Don Bosco Prep in Ramsey, New Jersey, the home of Tommy DeVito. I don't know if you guys can hear this dog in my courtyard, but I swear to God, every weekend like clockwork, these owners just leave it. Just leave this dog chilling, barking, and it will not stop. Jabril Peppers in the game, another New Jersey native, former Giant as well. 10:44 remaining, first quarter. DeVito in the shotgun. Robinson in motion again. This time they don't try to hand it off to him. DeVito will air it out. He completes again to Jalen Hyatt. Good throw. Perfect throw. Great read from DeVito. I'm liking the way this kid's playing, man. Tommy DeVito's earning himself some paychecks in the future. Is he the quarterback of the future of the Giants? Absolutely not. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and go crazy here and be ridiculous. We could have a little bit of a Linsanity type run here, like a little mini Linsanity type run with DeVito, especially with the New Jersey ties. Fits in like a glove. He's making some throws. He's aggressive. I don't want to get crazy. I guess he technically just fumbled, but he's 3 of 3, 57 yards so far. It's airing it out down the field. Giants at their own 46. DeVito play action. This will be the first sack of the game. Just hold on to the ball, young man. He does. Jabril Peppers, just featured on the Fox broadcast, picks up the sack. Always liked Jabril Peppers as a Giant. I always thought he played hard. Yeah, is he the most, dominant safety in the game? No, but in the run game, I always wanted to make him a linebacker. Just straight up make him a middle linebacker or outside linebacker in a 4-3. Because I don't know if I think his strengths are just near the line of scrimmage for the most part. DeVito gets rid of it quickly. Barkley just drops it. 2nd and 17. I don't know if they were trying to set up a running back pass there for Barkley, and Barkley just took his eye off the ball, dropped it. Too many drops for Saquon. He's always trying to make his next move, but I need him to catch the ball sometimes. Need Saquon to at least catch the ball when he's thrown it. 3rd and 17. Doubt the Giants try anything crazy here. We'll see. DeVito just checks it down to Robinson. Incomplete. Wandale can't make the catch. A little bit behind him. And the Giants will punt. 9:19 remaining. Both teams going to put on a display of not being able... I mean, that's a drop for Wandale. So DeVito really hasn't thrown an incompletion yet in my head. Yeah, were those plays going anywhere to Saquon or to Wandale on those check downs? No. But it's not on the quarterback. Jamie Gillen on to punt. Should be his last year as a Giant. I'm done with him as a punter. Punt is in the air. Good punt. Muffed a little bit. Scoops it up and gets knocked out of bounds at around the 21 of New England. So New England will take over there. 2 drops on that drive from the Giants. Fox showing those drops right now. We're not expecting a ton of points in this game, are we? We're really not. The other game on nationally, locally for me, I guess, is Pittsburgh-Cincinnati, which we also can't expect many points in, can we? So if you're watching in the New York area right now, you're just not going to see a lot of touchdowns. Hopefully you have red zone out there. Pittsburgh picks up a first. There's no points on the board yet. Is this a fact? No points on the board in the NFL yet. We're halfway through all first quarters, essentially. So, what's up, Karen? Like clockwork, my team right here. Big Task and Karen. Let's go. I feel better about the stream already. Let's go. You haven't missed much, honestly, Karen. The Giants have fumbled. DeVito's made a couple of nice throws. Giants had a couple of drops on that last drive. Both teams really not doing much on offense yet. So we'll see how it goes early in the game so far. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Had a great one myself. Yeah, and we're here for the Giants. We're always here for the Giants. I don't know why. I'm dying to just, call in sick one day, have a flu game, but it's just not happening. Tommy DeVito somewhat gives me a little bit of life in that I want to see him succeed. Yeah, so Wandale Robinson came in motion. They sent the receiver in motion, Karen, and Giants tried like a reverse or a jet sweep, and they just messed up the transfer on the handoff. Robinson fumbled it. Not really something like the defense made the play, just self-inflicted wound. Patriots will take over. 9:10 remaining, first quarter. Giants defense easy. Oh, Dexter Lawrence is out tonight, which is big. Should have noted that earlier. The best player on this Giants team by a mile, in my opinion, being out is a huge deal. Mac Jones hits a wide receiver screen and he gets out. Big play for the Patriots. Wide receiver screen. Jailbreak. Devontae Parker, number 1, just has tons of blocking in front of him, gets out near midfield. Big play on first down. Like, you cannot allow those type of plays for Mac Jones. You just can't. First and 10 for New England. At their own 39, so not near midfield. They mark him down short. Terrible throw from Mac Jones. Just a folly floater in the air. Easily defended. That is just a horrible throw. Yeah, Dexter Lawrence is out. They just mentioned that. Hamstring for Dex. So that's a big loss. Second and 10. Handoff is to Stevenson. Not Stevenson, excuse me. It's to Ezekiel Elliott. Giant fans remember him all too well. 5-yard carry. It'll be 3rd and 5. Bill O'Brien, the offensive coordinator for the Patriots. Not sure how long he'll be keeping that job. That job. Third and 4 for New England. Mac Jones. Just make Mac Jones beat you deep. Don't let him throw screen passes and lose the game. That'll just piss me off. Let's go. 3rd and 4. Jones drops back. Good pressure. Giants can't make the tackle, and a good play from Ezekiel Elliott to pick up the first down. Wow. Ezekiel Elliott is traditionally a Giants killer. I always feared him a little bit when he was with Dallas. Obviously, he had some great years with Dallas, so he hurt a lot of teams. But I always felt like he performed extra well against the G-men. And he picks up just enough yardage there on a wide, just like a broken play. Mac Jones stood in the pocket. He holds that ball for another split second. It's getting knocked out of his hand. But he gets rid of it just in time to Elliott, who picks up a first down. Patriots at their own 49, approaching midfield. Jones under center on 1st and 10. Play action fake, drops back, no pressure, dumps it off again. This time it's Ramondre Stevenson, who spins out of bounds, gets about 7 or 8. So using the running backs as receivers, I mean, like, this is textbook how Mac Jones has played since he entered the NFL. He's not going to beat you down the field. Make him beat you down the field. That's what Wink has to do today. A lot of reports coming that Wink is done as Giants defensive coordinator, him and Daboll just having butting heads a lot this season, which I don't understand. Maybe Wink is just pissed off at Daboll and all this other stuff. Maybe he's pissed at the offense. Ramondre Stevenson on 2nd and 4 picks up 6, and that's a first down. Yeah, Karen, it's tough sledding today. You have to wonder, are the Giants if this was a big game and if the Giants really needed Dex, would he play today? Who knows? It's a hamstring injury for a defensive tackle. Dexter, very explosive, big guy, and the most valuable player on the defense. So when you're 3-8, you really don't want to force it, Mac Jones steps up, all day to throw, incomplete, misses his receiver, looking for, I think, Kendrick Bourne. Is that who he's looking for? I don't even know. The Patriots receiving core for years has been bad. Since their last Super Bowl run with Brady, they have not had the right receivers. And you'd argue that Brady pretty much made those receivers at this point. 2nd and 10. Mac Jones. Is it Taiwan or Tyquan Thornton? I think it's Tyquan Thornton for the Patriots receiver. Handoff is to Stevenson. This time, breaks a tackle. I mean, the Giants are not wrapping up Ramondre. He's a big running back, so it's something you're going to need to do if you're going to win the game today. Third and 7, 5:30 remaining, first quarter. Patriots using a lot more of the clock, running the ball, short passing game. Giants have taken some shots down the field, obviously had a turnover in New England territory, which sucks. 3rd and 7. Mac in the shotgun. Let's get some pressure. Let's get a sack. We've gotten close early. I can feel that one of the edges might get home at some point in this game and sack Mac. The sack attack of Mac. Jones gets rid of it quickly behind his receiver, looking for Thornton. Incomplete. Adoree Jackson in the vicinity again to break up the play, and the Giants defense gets off the field once again. Yeah, Karen, especially in this type of game, New England is, besides us, New England might have the worst offense in the NFL. So It's not a game where I'm terrified of Dexter not playing. If we were playing Dallas or Philadelphia, definitely a good play for Adoree'. He's made a couple of plays so far. 4th and 7, New England punting, trying to back the Giants deep in their own end. Punting from essentially like inside the 50. There's a flag on the play. It looks like New England will just eat the delay of game, or the Giants go offside. Delay a game on New England. They'll back it up so they have more space for the punter. Bill Belichek, of course, looking like the richest homeless man you'll ever see in your life on the sideline. Daboll not far behind him. Looks like he's like kind of more of a middle-class homeless man. So we'll try this punt thing again. I think the Giants declined it. Did the Giants decline the delay of game? That's interesting. Smart. Why not? Make them punt it. It's a great punt, and the Giants will start maybe at the 5 or 3 yard line. So Giants backed up. Great punt from New England. Guaranteed Jamie Gillen puts that in the end zone. And of course, Fox will go to commercial. So if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. That's what this Giants and New England Patriots game is about. I know everyone's like freaking out about draft picks, and I get it. It's important. And in like 3 months, I'll wish that the Giants have a better draft pick. But like, football's on TV. I don't want to watch my team just be god awful at everything, you know? It's a large portion of our Sundays. We all look forward to it every year. You cannot just be this bad and bring us no joy all the time. And I'm sorry, the Commanders' wins are starting to feel like not even wins anymore. They're starting to feel like if you lose the game, it's just a disaster. Like the whole season is on the line when you play the Commanders. You have to beat them twice or else you're not going to get any wins. Looking back on it, that's how it feels. I want to see Tommy DeVito. Keep looking for Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt, 2 catches, 51 yards in the first quarter. So he's on track to have one of his biggest games in the Giants uniform. Let's continue to do that. Guy has game-breaking speed. He's a rookie. He's going to be a part of this Giants receiving core next year, you'd have to imagine, barring some type of craziness. So let's get him the ball. Heck of a throw for Kenny Pickett. Looks like it was dropped. Yeah, if you lose today, with some gusto, I'll be all right with it. You cannot lose playing timidly and allowing Mac Jones and the Patriots to run the ball and throw 3-yard screen passes. You just can't do it. You're better than that. I know we're better than that. Let's go. I am looking forward to the Knick game tonight. I got to be honest. Hosting Phoenix should be a good test. Not sure if Kevin Durant's playing in that one. We'll see later. I would imagine he is. Definitely likes to get ready for MSG. We're back from break finally. I need to see Tommy DeVito hit Jalen Hyatt for a big touchdown. I need to see some of this today. The wrist action. First 2 possessions, fumble and a punt for the Giants. First possession looked very promising until the fumble. Second possession, not as much. Now we're backed up in our own end. We'll see how aggressive the Giants are. Maybe Saquon can break a one run or two. That would be nice. A handoff is to Barkley. Runs into a pile. Tough run. Gets about maybe 2. Definitely goes forward, though. So getting some yardage, giving us some room. Maybe we can make a play on 3rd down. It'll be 2nd and 8. Is there any points in the NFL yet? Do we have any points? It's 3-0 Saints. We have field goals all over the place. Jacksonville has a field goal. It's 3-3 Tampa Bay, Indianapolis. And that's it. No touchdowns on the board yet in this game. One of the dullest first quarters of the year. Let's go, Esteban. I appreciate it, bro. You got me. DeVito gets rid of it quickly. Hits Darius Slayton on 2nd and 7, who picks up a first down. Little curl route for Slayton. DeVito hits him on the money. Slayton able to get a couple yards after the catch. And it's a first down. 4 minutes remaining first quarter. Hit that like button for your boy. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. A lot of people commuting back home today. Sunday scaries will be big in effect tonight for a lot of people. So let's avoid that right now with some football, some G-men, some Tommy DeVito. Let's get some wrist action going. 1st and 10. Robinson goes in motion. DeVito fakes the handoff, just gets rid of it to Wandale, who almost makes a man miss. Solid gain on first down. Maybe gets 6 or 7 on first down. Completes it to Wandale. So Giants, this is what you want to see regardless of who the quarterback is. I want to see throwing the ball on first down. Be aggressive throwing the ball on first down. So predictable early in the season we were with these runs to Saquon on 1st and 2nd down. Very conservative. I get it. The offensive line isn't great, but you got to take some shots, especially when you give your quarterback $40 million a year. You got to at least trust him to throw the ball on first down. 2nd and 3. DeVito hands it off to Barkley. Barkley tries to make a cut, gets wrapped up, maybe about a yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 2.5. Saquon Barkley's quote on Tommy DeVito: I definitely think he's proving people wrong. He knows what he's capable of doing. It's the NFL. You don't get here by accident. He's a confident dude from Jersey. That's what Saquon said. Third and 2. DeVito in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. Receivers all over the place for the Giants. Spread out. Big play. DeVito gets it knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Tries to get rid of it. One of the defensive tackles, I think it's Dietrich Wise, knocks it down. And it's going to be another 3 and out for the G-men. 2 backed up. Can't go for it on 4th and 2 at your own 20 in a 0-0 game. No, it was Christian Barmore that got his hands up, knocked it down. That's the thing about DeVito. He does have that still like new quarterback internal clock where he thinks he could sit in that pocket forever. Like to see him kind of break the pocket there a little sooner. Held on to it for quite a bit and then nowhere to go. Pocket collapsed. 4th and 2. Jamie Gillen punts it. Actually a booming punt from Gillen. This thing goes all the way back into the end zone. So this is like a 60-yard punt, 70-yard punt. Absolute bomb, but of course it's a touchback. So is it really that good of a punt? No. Guy does not understand the concept of trying to pin the other team deep. He always just booms it into the end zone. Mikey Hot Takes, the #1 stream for analyzing his team's punter every single week. I guarantee you no other streamer is analyzing the punter as vividly as we are week to week here. No scoring in this game? I don't know. The under seems like a lock. What was the under today? 33 points? Something like that? How are we going to get there? How are we going to get to 33 points? I mean, I guess they're factoring in for defensive touchdowns. Don't rule out like a Patriots special teams touchdown in this game because Joe Judge is probably their special teams coordinator or something like that, and he'll be out for revenge today. Tommy DeVito, when he's had time, he looks like a capable NFL quarterback. I mean, I think he's earning himself another paycheck, if not with the Giants, with another team next year. I think Derek Carr just threw a pick 6. Am I reading that correctly? Baker Mayfield also just threw a pick. A lot of bad quarterbacks going on right now. Trevor Lawrence. The best game is easily Jacksonville-Houston at this time slot. That game started out 3-0 Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence had his best game of the year last week. Let's see if he can continue that. Yeah, I mean, as Giant fans, as people grew up, most people grew up in this area, in this New York, New Jersey area. Tommy DeVito just fits like a glove with the personality of the area. Hopefully, we want him to succeed. Of course, we want him to succeed. So that's why I can't actively sit here and be like, no, we need to tank. Tommy DeVito is doing too well. It's like, all right, shame on him for earning himself a lifetime NFL contract. What a bum. It was only a matter of time until they showed old Super Bowl highlights in this game, right? It was only a matter of time until we saw Eli Manning hoisting the trophy, Ahmad Bradshaw laying down at the one or trying to lay down at the one. 2:01 remaining first quarter. This game's dripping by like molasses. Both teams love to punt. It's two of their favorite things to do. Mac Jones, play action fake. All day to throw. He just checks it down to the running back, Ramondre Stevenson. Short of the marker. Gets about 3. I mean, not 3. Will be 3 yards shy of a first, so gets about 7. Be second and 3. Relax, Mike. Right place at the right time, Tommy. Yeah. Like, if the Giants don't re-sign him, then the Jets better be on the line to get some Tommy DeVito action. Guy puts asses in seats, too. Like, this is what I mean. If they were just playing some, like, Joe Flacco type right now, I'd be upset. Jones hands off to Stevenson. Wrapped up again by Bobby Okereke. Bobby Okereke is really becoming the captain of this defense. It's starting to become apparent that we have a middle linebacker to build around in New York or New Jersey, wherever you want to call it. Under a minute to play here, first quarter. 0-0 is your score. 1st and 10 for New England after a couple of just Ramondre Stevenson catch and run. They give it to Stevenson again. He's going to get a ton of carries today. So if you have him in fantasy, there's a good chance he at least gets the volume you're looking for. He gets about 3 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7. Patriots will have to run one more play before the end of the first quarter. There's about a second difference between play clock and game clock. Defense doing their job, offense not doing their job. But somehow the offense looks more explosive. Karen, so we're going to do a lot of draft. I hate to pretend to be an NFL scout on this channel because, especially with the quarterback position, because I've seen it before. You're bound to be wrong. You're bound to look like an idiot. Mac Jones throws an interception. Deonte Banks, it looks like, gets the interception. It is. Deonte Banks, the rookie out of Maryland, gets a pick on the last play, or now it's not the last play, before the end of the first quarter. Mac Jones, I can't tell if he's trying to get rid of that ball or throw it out of bounds. Clearly an interception. Deonte Banks gets both feet in. Ooh, let's see without that right foot. We're going to need to see a different angle. Terrible throw from Mac. I mean, Mac Jones is probably... Is Mac Jones better than Tommy DeVito? I'm just going to say it right now. Is he better than Tommy DeVito? Like to see the rookie get an interception. Great for his morale. Each team with a turnover in the first quarter. But yeah, going back to the quarterback question, Karen, we're going to cover the quarterbacks in the draft a lot this upcoming spring. Because we're going to need content for the channel anyway. I don't like to pretend to be an NFL scout. The handoff is to Barkley, and he gets a good 20 yards on 1st and 10 to end the first quarter. So great momentum, 2 plays. You couldn't ask for 2 better plays to end the quarter if you're a Giants fan. We're getting the wrist motion. I want to see Tommy D. I want that slow-mo again this week of Tommy DeVito just seasoning the sauce. But yeah, quarterback question. There's plenty of guys in this upcoming draft. Currently, the way I see it, I don't know if you want to just get rid of Daniel Jones like that. If there's somebody you love, 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 and we end up having a top 3 quarterback, like a top 3 pick in the draft, which I don't know. If we beat New England today, all of a sudden we're 4-8. Like all of a sudden we're not as bad as we thought we were. But I'm going for Marvin Harrison Jr. And then you go one more year with Daniel Jones. You already have him under contract. If he's terrible, if Daniel Jones is bad and he's not the guy, all right, fine. We'll be back in another position next year to draft a quarterback, and we'll still have Marvin Harrison Jr., a potential Hall of Fame wide receiver, just sitting on the roster, okay, for his second year with another rookie quarterback. If Jones is not the guy next year, fine. A lot of people are out on Jones. I completely understand it at this point. This season has been a nightmare. And then when you look at what Tommy DeVito's been able to do in these last couple weeks, it kind of looks foreign. It looks like Daniel Jones would never be able to do that if you watch what you saw earlier this year. So that's how I stand. I just think the team needs a lot of help in a lot of areas. And I think if you have a guaranteed Hall of Fame wide receiver available, like Marvin Harrison Jr., Maserati Marv, as Gus Johnson likes to call him, I think you take him. Karen is in on Tommy DeVito. Karen, I love it. I love the confidence. You know what? I think at the very least, Tommy DeVito will be the backup quarterback for the Giants next year or on the roster. There's no way they can let him go, especially with let me not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. But the guy has enough personality. He's a New Jersey kid. He doesn't look incompetent. Like, as based on what we saw, the thing that bothers me most about this Tommy DeVito situation, Karen, all right, say we win today, 4-8, right? Could have beaten the Jets very, very easily if they let Tommy DeVito throw the ball just a little bit outside of overtime where they try to throw 3 screen passes in a row. I get it. The Jets have a great defense. All that being said, Tommy DeVito was not let at all off the leash in that game against the Jets, and that's a winnable game looking back on it. And then all of a sudden you're 5-8. I'm not saying like I get it. At this point you might as well tank. You might as well have a top draft pick because that's the way sports work. You don't want to be middle of the road, narrowly miss out on the playoffs, and then have an average draft pick at the end of the day. That just feels like you won nothing at the end of the day. You're getting no returns out of your season. So 1st and 10 after the big Saquon carry to start the second quarter. Here we are. It looks like DeVito fakes the screen pass, connects to Sterling Shepard for a first down. Yeah, that Jet game, Dayball definitely. Oh, Sterling Shepard dropped the ball. Unbelievable, guys. Should have been caught. It was dropped by Sterling Shepard. I don't know why Shep still gets reps, to be honest with you. Yes, that rhymes, but he's been in the league for like 15 years. He's had like 5 ACL surgeries. Great for morale to have him on the roster, but I don't want to see him getting targets. 2nd and 10, handoff to Barkley. Makes a couple people miss, falls forward for maybe 3 yards. Good effort for Saquon, really nothing there. Makes the most of it. Giants using a lot of motion, a lot of RPO stuff for Tommy DeVito to get the defense moving around, give him some easy looks, which is, you know, what you would think they would have done earlier in the season, but it looks like just now they're trying. Yeah, Sterling Shepard is still on the roster, Kelly. He's got to be one of the longest tenured players in the NFL on the same team. DeVito rolls right, has it knocked down by Wilson. 4th and 8. Giants will have a tough decision here. Probably will end up punting it. That's one thing you'll see with DeVito, and there's a reason he wasn't drafted, is because he's not a big guy back there. A lot of these throws at the line of scrimmage are getting knocked down. Giants look like they're going for it, or are they just going to try to draw him offside here? Looks like they're going to go for it. They're kind of in between punting and kicking a field goal now. They're just going to try to bluff the Patriots offside. 4th and 8. They don't snap it. They'll take the delay of game, and they'll punt it. So if you like punting, this is the game for you. I gotta be honest with you. If you could have taken the over in punts, I don't know what it was today. It probably was like 30. I still would have taken it. This has to be... Are any of these other games going this slowly? There's no chance because of how many punts there have been. Actually, Saints-Falcons just ended the first quarter. All right, a lot of these games are going slowly because there's no points really being had. Indianapolis scored. We'll see who scored for them. Tennessee also scored. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown for the Colts. Punt is in the air. Fair catch called for at the 9, and that is where New England will take over. DeVito has started 5 of 10, 73 yards. Should have had a catch, a completion to Sterling Shepard there to keep that drive going. Shepard dropped it, so not ideal. Derrick Henry has a touchdown run as well. This is as boring of a slate so far as you can imagine. Should I just break down an old episode of I don't know, what's on TV? Beat Bobby Flay, just break it down? No. Ain't nobody want to hear about that. Even though it probably would be just as eventful as this first half, Giants-Patriots. Two offenses that just cannot get out of their own way. The Giants look more explosive so far. Patriots, like a lot of nickel and dime plays, not beating us down the field. Mac Jones, anytime he tries to throw it down the field, looks horrible. A lot of game left, though. There's a good chance either quarterback has another 2 turnovers in them. I wouldn't be surprised if Mac Jones gets pulled, though, very soon. That last throw was inexcusable. He's not doing well throwing the ball down the field. A lot of just screen passes, stuff like that. So we'll see. This CM Punk coming back to WWE last night, I've never seen wrestling just explode over my timeline, over my social media like that before. I mean, listen, it's cool. It's always cool when someone big comes back, but let's relax. Guy was on TV last week. Play Christmas music in the background, Karen says. Karen, I wish. I'm sure I would get the audio taken down if I played good Christmas music in the background. I'll have to record my own Christmas album and play it in the background. I don't know if anybody wants that. 1st and 10 for Mac Jones. He's still in the game. 14:06 remaining second quarter. Jones dumps it off to Ezekiel Elliott in the flats. Maybe gets 1 yard. A lot of screen passes for Mac Jones. They do not trust this guy to throw the ball down the field. That's apparent. The Giants trust Tommy DeVito way more than the Patriots trust Mac Jones at this point, which is alarming. I think the Patriots, if you're a Patriots fan watching this, you know that your team isn't good and that you're going to be drafting a quarterback in this upcoming draft. I think that's apparent. Yeah, there's copyright laws and stuff, Karen, that you can't just play Christmas music in the background of YouTube streams unless I want it to just... It's not like this is getting monetized either way, but I'd like the audio not to get removed later, unfortunately. Send me your favorite, record your own Christmas album for me, Karen, and then we'll play it next week. Let's do that. 3rd and 9. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that, but we'll see. 3rd and 9. Mac Jones will call a timeout. He wants to talk things over before they punt. It feels like the Giants have a good chance of winning this game. I can sing through all of this. You're right. You know what? Maybe at halftime, I'll get some tea going, warm up my voice. Feel a little hoarse today, but you know what? We'll power through it. Third and 9 for New England. We're out of the timeout. Mac Jones in the shotgun. He hands it off to Ezekiel Elliott, who makes a move and picks up. Ooh, we'll see where they spot it. I think they're going to mark him just short of the first down. It'll be a 4th and 1, 4th and inches for New England. Crazy that it even became that close. Nice move from Ezekiel Elliott. Karen, unfortunately, I agree. You guys won't be recorded singing. So me singing will have to live on the internet forever. I'll sing an entire Christmas song if we get up to, 20 likes on the video. Let's get to 20 likes on the video. We got 6 right now. That's unacceptable on a Sunday. I get it. People are probably not locked in to Giants Patriots today. Probably Giants, it hits a Giants player, but they're able to recover it. Wow. Special teams, always a disaster for the Giants this season. Could have been this time. This time it hits Nick McLeod. He doesn't see the football. Bounces right off of him. He's at least alert, fights back to it, and ends up on top of it. So the Giants will take over. Guys, I'm going to use the restroom really quickly. We'll be back 1 second. Hang tight. Hit a thumbs up for your boy, and we'll be back shortly. We're back, as they are on Fox. 1st and 10 for the Giants. DeVito drops back. Airs one out down the sideline. Looking for Jalen Hyatt. Almost has him. Good play by the defensive back. Justin Jackson makes a good play. I like that we're looking for Hyatt. It was a good throw from Tommy DeVito. If the DB doesn't run stride for stride with Hyatt there, it's a good throw. He put it in the only spot that couldn't get picked that maybe Hyatt could have made a play. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. DeVito started 5'11", 73 yards. They handed off to Barkley, who's stuffed. Maybe gets a yard. Third and 9. You see a little bit of the arm strength issues with DeVito. I mean, you see why he wasn't drafted a little bit. He knows where to go with the ball, which is very important. That's the bare minimum for a backup quarterback in the NFL. DeVito drops back, steps up. He's going to be tackled well short, tries to scramble, picks up maybe 4 or 5, but he's well short of a first down. Nowhere to go with the ball. Giants will punt it once again. And it's getting painful. This is one of the more painful games so far. We have no points on the board, no offense whatsoever to speak of. Tommy DeVito at least avoids a sack there. Holds on to the ball. Some tough running, honestly. Running through some arm tackles just to pick up 5. Jamie Gillen back out to punt. Sure, this will be a touchback. Fair catch, actually, at the 15. Not even a deep punt. Gillen doesn't know what he's doing with the punt. And another, Fox is going to get their commercials in. There's no doubt about it. We're going to get some commercials today. Oh. I just want to see some offense, guys. I don't even care. I don't want New England to score. Don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't mind if they did something. Because this game is a snooze fest. Snooze fest. They had me flipping to college basketball on a Sunday afternoon. That's when you know it's bad. It's when you know something needs to change immediately. Karen, there's so many commercials. It's because the offenses can't stay on the field for more than 2 minutes. They really can't. First downs are few and far between in this one. I'm hoping there's a good 4:30 game today. I haven't looked at the slate much. It's hard as a Giants fan to get that pumped up about. Bills-Eagles is a good game, all right? That's a game you want to watch as a neutral. I'm sorry to say, as a Giant fan, I don't want to watch the Eagles that much, but in the grand scheme of the NFL landscape, that's a big game. Broncos-Browns, not terrible either. But other than that, the game to watch today is Jaguars-Texans. Tank Dell has another touchdown for the Texans in that one. Trevor Lawrence, 6 of 10, 105 yards. Hit on D'Ernest Johnson has a 42-yard reception for the Jags in that one. Yeah, Eagles play later against the Buffalo Bills. So I guess we'll be rooting for the Bills in that one, no doubt. Brian Daboll's former team against, obviously, the Eagles, one of our least favorite teams in the league, if not the most for some. I personally have not hated the Eagles as much as I'd like to in a while because it hasn't been close. How can you get mad at a team that's so much better? How can I have this hatred inside for the Eagles when the last 7 years it hasn't really been close? Yeah, I know, Karen. They don't like the Giants. But let's be honest, they haven't really taken us seriously in quite some time. They're not really worried about us in Philly. They're worried about Dallas a little bit. Not so much the New York Giants. Mac Jones, 5 of 11, 38 yards, and an interception. Deonte Banks had a pick, falling out of bounds. Patriots will start at their own 15. This Giants defense has created 34 3-and-outs this year, second in the NFL. So it's like been one of the better defensive units in terms of getting off the field. Mac Jones just gets rid of it into the flats. Kayshon Boutte, the rookie out of LSU, makes the catch. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Deonte Banks able to wrestle him down short of the first down. 2 rookies going at it there. A lot of people like Boutte out of LSU. Thought he had good, it was good value. Obviously, I think he had some character issues, some off-the-field stuff. I don't really know a ton about it, so I'm not going to just like write the guy off. He's playing on Sunday right now, so must not have killed someone, I would assume. Handoff is to Ramondre Stevenson. Big hole up the middle. Good gain, and he's still going. Wrapped up eventually by Xavier McKinney. Crosses the 30. Ramondre Stevenson is a tough runner, big running back. Both of these Patriot running backs today, Ezekiel Elliott, obviously a bruiser, and Ramondre Stevenson even more so. Guy's thick, knows how to break through tackles. So good gain there from Stevenson. 7 rushes, 38 yards from Ramondre Stevenson. So he's kind of doing what he wants. Over 5 yards a carry, right? I think I'm doing that math correctly. Jones just gets rid of it in the flats again. This time, I think it's to Boutte once again, was it? I mean, Jones barely has the ball in his hand when he's getting rid of it. He's just dumping it out to the flats, hoping one of these Patriots receivers can make a play. So far, nothing really in terms of big broken tackles. Dexter Lawrence on the sideline hurts. It hurts to see. Guy's such a baller. Yeah, Karen says they don't like us even when we lose. Either way, we're a threat to them, referring to the Eagles. Fair enough. I get it. They hold their rivalries tight. I personally don't have it in my heart to like actively care about their results because they're so much better than us right now. Handoff is to Stevenson on 2nd and 7. He falls forward for about 2 yards. 3rd and 5, where New England has struggled all day in these situations. Whenever they need 5, they get 4, or Mac Jones makes a bad throw and it's just a 3 and out. So 9 minutes remaining, or 10 minutes remaining. They just wound the clock back up. No, 9 minutes remaining. Clock is bouncing around on Fox. Like it's cracked out. I'm not making this up. The clock is all over the place. 3rd and 5. Play clock going down here. Patriots are going to have to burn a timeout, it looks like. Mac just gets the snap off. Gets rid of it. Completes for a first down. I can't believe they gave him that snap. Play clock was dead. And he completes to Demario Douglas, number 81. Never heard of this dude, to be honest with you. Demario Douglas. Rookie out of Liberty, 6th-round pick from New England. No wonder I haven't heard of him. They get it to Douglas again. He makes a couple men miss. They just keep throwing these wide receiver screens, and the Giants are getting abused on it. New England across midfield now. Like, come on. They're just throwing screen passes. Mac Jones cannot throw the ball up the field. Let's get some press coverage and get some tackling. They're dumping it off to their 6th-round pick from Liberty. Their wide receivers are just blocking, essentially. The furthest New England has been so far into Giants territory at the 41. 1st and 10. Mac Jones hands it off. Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson runs into a bunch of defensive ends, defensive tackles, gets maybe a yard on that play. Bijan Robinson had a 10-yard touchdown run for the Falcons. Second and 9, under 7 to play, first half. Jones gets it out in the flats again to Ramondre Stevenson, and Kayvon Thibodeau reads it like a book and makes a play. Tackle for loss for Kayvon. First time we've heard his name today. Just had the screen read. That's what they need to do. Just sell out for the screen pass. Make Mac Jones throw a bomb down the field. I don't even think if he had a wide open receiver right now that he could throw a bomb down the field to a wide open receiver. So just make him do it. He started 10 of 16 for 66 yards and a pick. So that just goes to show you his average depth of target today seems like it's all behind the line of scrimmage for the most part. 3rd and 15 after the big play from Kayvon. Jones drops back. Completes for a first down. Just snuck it in there. The Giants tried to jump the route for a pick. And just late. And Mac Jones was able to get it in there. I thought it was picked for a moment. Let's see who almost read the play. Oh, Isaiah Simmons. It looks like it just goes through his hands almost. He was just late. Yeah, he was just late getting there. Mac Jones squeezes it through to Devontae Parker, who's able to pick up a first down. Inches Isaiah Simmons is away from stopping that. Jones, now he gets rid of it again to Devontae Parker. Stiff arms, out of bounds. Devontae Banks wrestles him out of bounds. About a 7-yard gain on 1st and 10. We're struggling now with these screen passes. It's kind of embarrassing. They're playing like this is not even a game plan for New England. This is like our quarterback sucks. See if you could stop this. And Wink hasn't really been able to figure it out on this drive. We made one nice play, and then they convert a 3rd and 15. That's crippling. New England in field goal range now. You'd have to think they would settle for that, the way their defense and the way the Giants' offense has been playing. 2nd and 4. Jones drops back. Incomplete. Looking for Devontae Parker on the slant. Deontay Banks running with him. Pushes him in the back at the right time. Not a good throw from Jones either. He does not look comfortable on these throws down the field. I don't care if it's like a 7-yard slant pattern. Mac Jones does not look comfortable outside of these little screen passes behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4. Well, you have to worry about, I bet you New England will try a wide receiver pass or some type of trickery later in the game. With all these screen passes, they're setting something up eventually. 3rd and 4. Jones drops back. Isaiah Simmons, free rusher. Jones just throws a pick all the way. Okereke. Jones tries to pick him up. Okereke runs into his own man, but a big pick from Bobby Okereke. He brings it deep into New England territory. Wow, Mac Jones can't play anymore. He gets a free rusher off the edge. Isaiah Simmons breathing down his neck, and he just gets rid of it immediately, throws it into coverage, doesn't see where he's going with the ball, right into Okereke's lap. Good pressure from the G-men. And that's why you're never just acting like, oh, they're in field goal range. They should score in this game, because both quarterbacks can put the ball on a platter for the other team. Honestly, Mac Jones has looked like one of the worst Sam Howell last week and Mac Jones this week. I mean, how is Wink Martindale not getting the whatever job he wants next year as a defensive coordinator? I still think the guy can coach. These guys are still playing for him. Not a lot of starters in every position. Yeah, Okereke, you're right, Jared. Now that Dexter Lawrence hasn't played today, Okereke is flying around. He makes every play in the run game. And as far as pass coverage linebackers, we haven't had a guy this good in a long time. Now the Giants in field goal range, if they just hold on to the ball and don't go backwards. DeVito gives it to Barkley. Barkley stops his feet in the backfield, eventually creeps forward for maybe a yard. The run game has not been there for the Giants. Maybe one good run today. The rest have all been that classic 1-2 yard gain, which is why New England's been able to get off the field. Just an actually god-awful throw from Mac Jones. Like, just horrible throw. Like, we can sit here and debate that Daniel Jones sucks, that, you know, Tommy DeVito isn't good, and all. I haven't seen a Giant quarterback make throws like that. Like, where it's just, like, inexcusable, get off the field, you don't know what you're doing, you're not an NFL quarterback. DeVito would have just taken a sack there. DeVito now drops back. Speaking of taking sacks, he's sitting back there all day, nowhere to go with the ball. Just gets rid of it out of bounds. DeVito needs to have a quicker internal clock. I'm happy he didn't take a sack there. You can't take a sack when you're trying to get a field goal in this game. A field goal is just like water in this game. Like, you need it. A field goal feels like 2 touchdowns in this type of NFL game. I mean, Tommy DeVito could have smoked a cigarette. He probably was vaping back there, and he couldn't couldn't find anyone. No one got open. He was down. He was back there for 10 seconds. 3rd and 8, 3:38 remaining, second quarter. DeVito looks like he sees something he likes. Gets the snap off. Completes it to Jalen Hyatt. Hyatt puts a move on, gets a first down. Nice yards after catch for Jalen Hyatt. Crossing route for Hyatt. And the first time we've seen him really this year with some yards after the catch. He had one man to beat for a first down, and he beat him easily. Mac Jones is really, he cannot play. If the Patriots are not tanking, I mean, maybe they are just tanking by playing Mac Jones and they know how bad this guy is. I guarantee you whoever the Patriots bring in, I don't know if it's Bailey Zappi or whoever their backup is, he'll be better than Mac Jones. Mac Jones looks horrible. DeVito on 1st and 10 now. Big play to Hyatt. Barkley, nowhere to go. Patriots are not going to let Saquon Barkley beat them today, it looks like. If anyone's going to beat the New England Patriots today, it's going to be Tommy DeVito making key plays. Maybe they get a yard on that, but I would say no. I say it's 2nd and 10. 2:40 remaining, second quarter. This will be probably the last play before the 2-minute warning. We'll see what happens. Incompletions, all that type of stuff. Barkley is on the sideline now with his helmet off. Looks like he might have been shaken up on that hit. 2nd and 12. They say he lost 2 yards. Okay. Really, yeah, there was nowhere to go on that last run. DeVito gets it out in the flats to Wan'Dale Robinson, who's wrapped up immediately after maybe a 2-yard gain. That'll be the final play of the first half. 2-minute warning approaching. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the G-Men in New England territory. About 12 yards to gain for a touchdown, 10 yards for a first. We'll see what Mike Kafka, Brian Daboll draw up coming out of this 2-minute warning. Tommy DeVito so far, 7 of 14, 87 yards. There have been a couple of drops. Saquon has 8 carries for 41 yards, which on paper looks nice, but most of that coming on one 19-yard carry. So 7 carries for about 21 yards, and then 1 carry for 19 yards, really, if you're breaking it up like that. Jalen Hyatt, one of his best halves in terms of he's been targeted 4 times. He made 3 catches. And that last play especially, that's the first time we've really been able to see him stretch his legs with the football in his hands. They hit him on a crossing route, makes his one-man miss. Similar to Odell, like in terms of like that one guy was not really standing a chance in one-on-one pursuit against Jalen Hyatt. So like the fact that we're at least targeting him, and like the fact that we're in field goal range right now. Let's not screw that up. I mean, Mac Jones really can't play anymore, can he? I'm going to look at the Patriots depth chart just out of curiosity. I'm assuming it's Bailey Zappi, but maybe they cut him while I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it is Bailey Zappi. So I would not be surprised to see him in the second half of this game. I mean, Tommy DeVito, Karen, we've said it several times already in the first hour of the stream, but the guy's earning himself future NFL paychecks indefinitely. He knows where to go with the ball. His ball security seems fine, knock on wood, so far. We've seen him take a ton of sacks and it not force a fumble or something like that. You do have to credit this Giants offensive game plan since Tommy DeVito has become the quarterback. It seems like they're doing things a little differently. They're motioning a lot of guys, getting the defense moving in one direction or the other. And yeah, Karen, he brings a different kind of energy. The guys seem to like him on the team. They seem to want to play hard for him. And yeah, nobody likes to lose. And a lot of these receivers for the Giants, let's be honest, this season the Giants receivers have just been getting cardio each Sunday. They have not played the same as a lot of these other receiving corps in the NFL. It doesn't feel the same way. So these guys want to play well. 2 minutes remaining, big 3rd and 10 here. Let's see if the Giants play conservatively, go for a touchdown, try to hold it on for a field goal. DeVito in the shotgun. Barkley to his right, 3 receivers to his left. Bellinger is the tight end to the right. DeVito. Looking. Completes it. Isaiah Hodgins. Hodgins breaks a tackle and gets it in the end zone. What a play from Isaiah Hodgins to break a tackle and get in the end zone. We finally have some points in New Jersey. Tommy DeVito to Isaiah Hodgins. Hodgins, just a simple curl route, one-on-one coverage, and we get some wrist action. That's what I'm talking about. We get the wrist action, Karen. I know you enjoy the wrist action living over there in the Philadelphia country. Let's go. And we got DeVito cooking up the Sunday sauce. I mean, really, there's no excuse for that broken tackle in space. 31 Jones just gets bodied by Isaiah Hodgins. His first touchdown of the year, maybe his second. The extra point is up, and it is good. By the skin of our teeth, we get that extra point through. That's what we want to see. Nice start for the G-Men. Nice start. We're almost at the end of the first half. It shouldn't be called a start when the game's essentially halfway done, but I'm not mad at the way this offense is played today. The fumble obviously stunk. We get the wrist action. We're seasoning the Sunday sauce with Tommy DeVito. Mac Jones is warming up again. I don't know what he's warming up for. You're Italian, Karen. Let's go. The wrist action. It's all in the wrist. Can't say the same, but I am from Staten Island originally, so a.k.a. Staten, Italy. We know how it's done. All that stemming from just a horrible interception by Mac Jones. Throws it to Okereke. Okereke brings it back deep, and the Giants able to convert on 3rd and 10. Exactly what you want to see. Coming out of that 2-minute warning, and we get the wrist action. Let's go. Giant fans loving it. All New Jersey loving the wrist action, Karen. You love to see it. That's what we're tuning in for today. 1:53 remaining. We'll see what the Patriots do. The kick is returnable. They bring it out of the end zone, and he is destroyed by Carter Coughlin. Oh my goodness, what a hit on the kick return. Woof. I mean, as textbook a hit as you will see on a ball carrier this season, Carter Coughlin just put on the kick returner for New England. He's getting a handshake from the entire Giants roster after that one. You love to see it. If you're a football person, you love to see a hit like that. Clean, hard-nosed football. Patriots take over at their own 20-yard line. Any type of pressure in Mac Jones' face, and he's just throwing it up for grabs today. Jones drops back, airs one out down the right sideline, looking for his receiver, incomplete. Almost picked off again. Xavier McKinney trying to play that deep safety role, just gets over there in time. Almost picked it off, to be honest with you. You could tell that was just coming out of the break. They try to target Keyshawn Boutte. Double coverage, really. Adoree Jackson's running stride for stride with him, and Xavier McKinney is giving help over the top. And Mac just said, I'm throwing this one out. I may never play after this quarter again, so might as well go down swinging. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Ramondre Stevenson. He falls forward for about 3 yards. Are the Giants burning their timeouts here like they should be? Doesn't look like it. Or maybe they will. Yep, they used their first one there. 3rd and 7 now. Minute 32 remaining. We'll see what the Patriots do here. Maybe they'll run it. Third and 7. I just read Tommy DeVito's lips. He's just like, facts, bro. Like, literally sounded like he went to my high school. 3rd and 7. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Mac Jones just does not look comfortable back there. Is that a false start or a timeout by the Patriots? The Patriots will burn a timeout. They did not like the way they were set up there, and I don't blame them because it looked awful. I mean, the DeVito stats are starting to become something you can't ignore. I understand you're playing some bad opponents recently in the Commanders in New England. I'm not going to go crazy, but the fact that this undrafted kid as a rookie is able to come in and at least look competent on an NFL, field week after week at this point. Giants have allowed the most points in the NFL in the final 2 minutes of the first half, which is shocking to me. 3rd and 7, big play here. If the Giants will get off the field, there's a chance we can get into field goal range again. Why not? 3rd and 7. Mac Jones steps up. Thibodeau gets a hand on him. Jones breaks a tackle. The ball's out. I think the Patriots fell on it, but they're short of the first down. Mac Jones did his damnedest to try to go forward with that. The Giants were just relentless in their pursuit. Kayvon Thibodeau especially. Kayvon Thibodeau gets the first hand on Mac Jones, and then the last hand forces a fumble. The Patriots offensive linemen were smart enough to just dive on that and save face. But New England will have to punt, and the Giants will have a little bit of time left to try and drive. A minute 12 on the clock at the start of this punt. So about a minute left to play with and 1 timeout. Not sure how aggressive the Giants will be depending on this punt, but we'll see. Patriots also 1 timeout remaining, so this will be the last possession of the half, all things considered. We'll see how aggressive they want to be. Hit that like button for your boy. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know some people still hanging around with the family. Love that. Don't give up on the weekend. Never give up. Never surrender. 4th and 7. They put time back on the clock quite a bit. So a minute 28 remaining in the first half. Punts in the air. Olszewski will call for a fair catch at around the 23-yard line. That's where the Giants and Tommy DeVito will take over. So probably the last possession of the half. We'll see how aggressive Brian Daboll wants to be. Of course, they're going to go to a timeout. Why not? Yeah, you're right, Karen. These games are going to season Tommy DeVito for bigger games. I mean, you never want to predict. I don't think he's a listen, Karen, I love your enthusiasm about Tommy DeVito. I don't want to bring you back down too far, but you have to understand this guy was under an undrafted free agent. Crazy things have happened, but they're not going to just shoot him up the depth chart with everyone healthy if they have a top 5 draft pick. They're not going to pass on someone because they have Tommy DeVito. No matter how good he plays down the stretch here, I don't think it matters that much. But yes, it's good for him. If he becomes the Giants' perennial backup or just a perennial backup in the NFL, these games, these reps will matter for him down the line. So happy for him so far. And a Jersey guy, why not? He's 8 of 15 for 99 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, Karen, that game is the game I'm contemplating. That might be the only game I skip this year. Just streaming that game on Christmas Day doesn't sound fun to me. Locking me into that position. I'm sure Giant fans will be like, I don't know how much of this I want to watch on Christmas Day. Tommy DeVito was giving away turkeys this week. Guys just living it up. I'm saying this is a little Linsanity-ish. Season pretty much kind of done. Not expected to do much. Kind of try a new player out and see what happens. And the guy kind of surprises. So, a minute 21 remaining. Giants have one timeout. We'll see how aggressive they try to play it. I'd like to see them, at least on this 1st and 10, throw the ball and see if we're going to try to get into field goal range. Giants had the ball to start the game, so New England will have it to start the second half. So that's why you want to kind of try to be aggressive here. That being said, New England's offense with Mac Jones looks horrible. I would not be surprised to see Bailey Zappi start the second half. Jones. DeVito gets rid of it to Wan'Dale Robinson for a first down. Wan'Dale wrestled out of bounds. The clock will stop. As perfect result. That's why you come out and try to be aggressive. That curl route, man coverage, just turn around, hit your guy in stride. And good timing plays from DeVito and these receivers so far. 9 of 16, 110 yards, and a touchdown for Tommy D. DeVito drops back, steps up. He's going to go down at the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they mark it down as a sack. That's one thing he needs to start doing, get rid of the ball a little bit. He tries to run with it a little bit too late when the pocket collapses. Can't really take a sack there. Giants will hurry up. Clock goes under a minute. Still have a timeout to play with. We'll see how Tommy looks, gets rid of it, completes it to Darius Slayton. Short of the first down, but he does get out of bounds to stop that clock. It'll be 3rd and 1. They say 3rd and 3. I just can't believe that. Darius Slayton doesn't try to fight for a first down there. Runs out of bounds 3 yards shy of a first. Unbelievable. Third and 3. DeVito in the shotgun. 48 seconds remaining in the first half. DeVito steps up. There's going to be a flag on the play, and DeVito gets wrestled down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Again, nowhere to go with the ball. Steps up. Nowhere for him to really run either. There is a flag. We'll see who it's on. Fox is indicating it may be on the defense. We'll see. Nah, it's a hold on Ben Bredesen. It'll be 4th down. The Giants will punt. DeVito loves to take a sack. He's not afraid to hold on to that ball for as long as humanly possible. That's one thing we definitely see from him. One thing I also see is that he puts both hands on the ball and hasn't really given it up on a platter to any of these defensive players trying to tackle him. Gillen gets the punt in the air. Punt coverage and special teams is going to be so big in this one. That's his best punt of the day. Angles it out of bounds. Nowhere for the returner to go. Out of bounds at the 9. 30 seconds remaining. No way New England's going to try to stretch the field here based on how they played in this first half. So, yeah. Difference in the game. One 3rd down play at the 12-yard line. Isaiah Hodgins makes a man miss in space. Pretty much bullies a defensive back and gets in the end zone. Makes a play for his quarterback. That's what you call making a play for your quarterback. Something we don't see these Giants receivers do often this year. We have not seen it enough. That's for sure. 34 seconds remaining. 1st and 10. New England backed up in their own end. Giants just need to start selling out for screen passes. Take one to the house. New England will hand it off to Ezekiel Elliott, who's drilled at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And I think that's how we'll end the first half. New England will have the ball to start the second half. So far, so good from this Giants defense. Another great performance from Wink Martindale and the boys. Last week, for 6 turnovers. This week, 2 turnovers so far in the first half. Keeping New England off the score sheet, as they say in the world of soccer. I'm proud of the way this team's playing so far. It's a shame that the season has to be over for you to look at least competent and for you to be on your 3rd-string quarterback to start looking creative on offense, start getting guys wide, scheming guys wide open, stuff like that. One issue for the Giants is they have not been able to run the ball really. Saquon Barkley's numbers look a little better than they actually were. He really had one carry that amounted to something. The rest of them were really just 1-2 yard carries each time, right into walls. So Tommy DeVito's going to have to make a couple more plays in this game. So far, so good. Exactly, Karen. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, recharge the batteries. You know how I like to do for halftime. Take a little break, be back, be ready for the second half. The second half is where all the excitement comes anyway. We've seen all types of crazy finishes for the Giants throughout the years on the channel. I expect nothing different from this game, despite it being 7-0. The under was a lock as soon as you woke up this morning, and it continues to be. 7-zip, halftime. Everybody stay tuned. Hit thumbs up for your boy. Let's get up to 20 likes. Let's share the stream. Send it to a friend. Send it to a football fan. Why not? And stay tuned. We'll be right back. We are back. Hope you guys are doing well. We took a little bit of a breather. We gathered our thoughts. And my thoughts are more or less the same. Really, that half was just defense. Just listen to what Gronkowski had to say, Michael Strahan. Obviously, a couple of ex-players in this game. Gronk is furious. If you're a Patriots fan, you have never seen this level of bad quarterback play. You really haven't. Unless you're like 50 to 60 years old and you predate Brady, which I imagine some of you do, some of you don't. A lot of you don't. I certainly don't. And Mac Jones looks like one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. And it's crazy how bad some of the quarterback play is in the NFL these days. I mean, the fact that we're sitting here thinking that Tommy DeVito is a serviceable NFL quarterback is because we sat here and watched Sam Howell last week. We've seen Zach Wilson play. We're seeing Mac Jones today. These guys are starters coming into the season. That's how bad. Well, I'm sorry. Zach Wilson was not. Let me walk that back. But Zach Wilson is a number 2 overall pick. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are not chopped liver off the street like Tommy DeVito is supposed to be. And he looks better than that. So we're back from break on Fox. Let me change the quarter marker. Should be a great Sunday. We got a Knicks-Suns game at 6 o'clock. Love a 6 o'clock start, too. Game will end like 8:15. Still plenty of night left. NFL game will just start as soon as the Knicks game ends. Perfecto. Enjoy that. Get some dinner. Hell of a night. Go into the Monday strong. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. I want to see some of this from the G-Men. Some hands in the air, some touchdown. Fat Randy Bullock, the fattest kicker you'll ever see in the NFL. I don't really care. His leg is fat, drills it down the field, whatever. That's one thing the Giants always seem to get, is they always seem to have somewhat of a serviceable kicker. He's chop sausage, Karen says. Oh, and on cue, Randy Bullock kicks it out of bounds on the kickoff, which is horrible, by the way. Great field position to start for New England. They'll start at their own 40, something like that. Bailey Zappe's coming into the game. There's no doubt about it. It's Bailey Zappi. I predicted this at the end of the first quarter. There's no possible way this kid is worse than Mac Jones was in the first half. There's just no way. Even if Mac Jones was just taking sacks, Mac Jones looks like he's about to cry. I wouldn't even have him on the sidelines right now. The cameras are just going to eat him alive the rest of the game. Bailey Zappi is coming in to save the season for the Patriots. 1st and 10 for New England. Zappi hands it off to Ramondre Stevenson. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's across midfield. Excellent hard running coming out of the half for Ramondre Stevenson, who easily looked like the most dangerous Patriot in the first half. Some of his running, like the Giants just struggle a little bit more with the strong running backs, the tough in between the tackles running backs. Also, you have no Dexter Lawrence today, which is a huge part of it. The fact that Mac Jones threw 2 picks against the Giants defense with no Dexy is embarrassing. Zappi gets it out in the flats to Demario Douglas, makes a couple moves, falls forward for about a yard. Patriots into Giants territory, 2nd and 8. The camera is just glued to Mac Jones. His body language is just defeated, sad. I feel bad for the guy. On a human level. You just feel bad for a quarterback is the hardest position in sports. It's not even close. This guy was a first-round pick for the New England Patriots, succeeding Tom Brady essentially, and he just has not worked out. Zappi fakes the screen, gets another screen of Ramondre Stevenson, and he's eaten up by Micah McFadden for a 5-yard loss. So it'll be 3rd and 13 for New England at the 50. Bailey Zappi, the offense, he doesn't look like he's going to be able to throw it down the field either, but it does look like he may not just who knows? I mean, he's made one throw. But I doubt he just makes as reckless as plays as Mac Jones did in that first half. Mac Jones that was one of the worst quarterback halves I've ever seen in the NFL, and I'm sorry to beat up on the guy killing a dead horse right now. 3rd and 13. Zappe gets it out of his hands quickly. Demario Douglas, he'll fight forward for close to a first down. I mean, you cannot get screened to death. They'll say he's just shy of a first down there. It'll be 4th and 1. Patriots should be going for it. Joe Judge is the offensive coordinator, which is just embarrassingly funny. Fourth and 1. Patriots will keep their offense out there. Too far for a field goal. Too close. I mean, you're in Giant territory. It's 1 yard. You might as well go for it. You're 2 and 8. Starting in the shotgun, I mean, you got to just be giving it to Stevenson here. They give a direct snap to Ramondre, and he gets a first down. They fake the snap to Bailey Zappe, goes direct to Ramondre Stevenson. He's able to pick up a first. It's plays like that where you really miss Dexter Lawrence, the 4th and 1s, the 3rd and 1s. He can just eat up 2 blockers right away at the point of attack and mess up some of these plays, but got to give the Patriots their due there. A good play design, not really expecting a direct snap per se. Their offensive line held up enough. 1st and 10 at the Giant 35. Zappe under center. Fakes the handoff to Stevenson. Giants bring the DB. Zappe evades pressure, gets rid of it in the flats, completes to Juju Smith-Schuster, the first time we've heard his name. About a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5. Giants sent pressure on the DB blitz around the corner. Zappe did just enough to evade the pressure. Mac Jones probably doesn't evade that, let's be honest. Already we're seeing the dividends from Bailey Zappe. Second and 5. They motion Hunter Henry to the left. Handoff is to Ramondre Stevenson. No, to Ezekiel Elliott, who's wrapped up. Heck of a play in the backfield by Kayvon Thibodeau. A tackle for loss for Kayvon. Excellent. Like, we got to start saying we're starting to see some real growth from Kayvon Thibodeau down the stretch of this season. Regardless of how the team is played, this guy is playing hard. He's out there every week so far, knock on wood. Want to see him play a full season. But heck of a play. Like, wraps up Zeke in the flats. They say 2nd and 5. They say Zeke got back to the line of scrimmage. No, they don't. No, he didn't. Fox is all screwed up with their score bug today. Bear with me, people. It's 2nd and 6. Let's call it 2nd and 6. Zappe in the shotgun. Stevenson back in. They throw it out to the flats to Demario Douglas again. It's clear that Joe Judge is trying to feed probably their most shifty runner in the open field. Looks like Douglas, this rookie out of Liberty. He's very small, compact, looks twitchy. Haven't seen a ton of him. Not going to act like he's like I've watched him since he was young. But they're feeding him the ball in the flats, hoping that he can make some guys miss. He's doing just enough. He picks up a first. This is the best drive of the game for New England so far. And Bailey Zappe is not doing a ton. This is why the quarterback change needed to be done, because he's just nickel and diming us better than Mac Jones was earlier in the game. Zappe under center. Stevenson in the backfield. They feed him again. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage immediately by a team of Giants, including Bobby Okereke. There's a big tussle going on here. No flags thrown yet. We'll see what the deal is. Some offensive linemen freaking out for New England, but nothing really to come of it. 2nd and 10. Zappe has started 4 of 4, but he's only thrown for 10 yards. Not good for the G-men. Micah McFadden comes off the field injured. Doesn't look good. Looks like he might be his arm or something. I'm not sure. We'll get word on McFadden, who's been very good this year for the Giants. Him and Okereke has been a nice tandem. Isaiah Simmons comes in for McFadden. Zappe gets rid of it, screen pass, hits Thornton, who's got room to run, makes a play, and gets near the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Patriots. It's unbelievable how many screens that the Patriots are setting up for their wide receivers. The Giants are just not able to stop it. heck of a drive for Bailey Zappi starting the half. I mean, part of it has been the Giants' inability to tackle on the edges with their corners and their DBs. They're just giving up that extra yards after catch that you can't allow against a team like this that can't throw it down the field. Zappi, under center, gives it to Stevenson, who walks into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Patriots answer coming out of the half. Ramondre Stevenson having himself a day so far. He's getting fed the rock. And let's not forget, that drive starts with Randy Bullock putting one not through the end zone, out of bounds, giving the Patriots great field position. And that's something you also can't do against New England. Special teams is going to be a big thing today, always, with these two teams struggling to score. Ramondre Stevenson just looks like the Giants' defense wasn't even interested in the ball carrier here. Jason Pinnock, one-on-one in the hole, gets run over. Stevenson carries himself into the end zone. Patriots add the extra point. We have a tie game in East Rutherford. Hit that like button for your boy. Yep, we're tied as soon as the half. We're coming out of the half. And this is a problem for the defense has played well. Let's not get out of control here. But how many wide receiver screens are you going to let them throw? How many wide receiver screens are you going to let them throw with their quarterbacks that we know cannot throw? Bailey Zappi started 6 of 6, 38 yards. That looks a lot better than it really should, because a lot of these balls are being thrown behind the line of scrimmage. And it's been yards after catch, bad tackling, not ready for the screen. We need our defensive ends to start getting their hands up a little bit quicker, getting in passing lanes as well, because the quarterback is just ready to dump it out to the flats immediately. So Thibodeau, Azeez Ojulari, whoever's playing on the edge, we need you to get your hands up, my guy. Kayvon's made a couple of plays today. Like to see him get his hands up. He can get a pick today if he times it right, because these quarterbacks for New England are just dumping it off to the receivers immediately as soon as the ball is snapped. Thibodeau has 2 tackles for loss. Mike McFadden has 1. 3 sacks for New England. Bentley, Barmore, and Peppers. Giants have 1 total sack. Kayvon has half a sack. And Mike McFadden, Jihad Ward has half a sack. So coming out of this timeout, 0-0 again. We obviously want to see Tommy continue to stretch the ball down the field. Saquon Barkley, almost anonymous in that first half. No catches, which he was targeted twice, 0 catches. He was very involved in the pass game last week, obviously caught 2 touchdowns. Demario Douglas has 6 receptions, 9 targets today for the Patriots. So he's the guy they're trying to get the ball in the flats immediately. But it really doesn't matter. They're trying to get it to whatever receiver is playing out there. Their quarterback has to get rid of the ball as quickly as possible. They're not letting their quarterback make reads down the field. So these Giant players are shooting gaps, trying to time certain throws. Instead, they just need to be timing that screen pass, playing press coverage. Easily the best drive of the game for the Patriots. They had a shorter field to work with because of the terrible kick from Randy Bullock. Clearly missing Graham Gano. A healthy Graham Gano never lets that happen, but I digress. Paris Campbell is your kick returner for the Giants. He's been such a bust so far in a Giants uniform. We tried to use him early in the season. He was not useful whatsoever. Now he's relegated to kick return duty. Just going to let that one go through the back of the end zone. Much like we would have liked to see Randy do coming out of the half. I think Tyreek Hill deserves consideration for an MVP or whatever. Absolutely. The guy is electric. He changes an offense by itself. The Chiefs are not the same without him. I don't care what you say. They're picturing the DeVito family. We're going to need some more plays from Tommy. His mom's having a coffee. Under center for Tommy D.
Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley tries to make a man miss, falls down, gets about a yard. Ramondre Stevenson has been the better back today. You have to say, Saquon, there's not a lot of room to run. I'm not going to lie. There's no huge gaps for him to hit. But we're missing that one play where he, makes a couple guys miss, gets open, something like that. 2nd and 9. Wan'Dale Robinson goes in motion. DeVito, under center. Play action. Has to evade the rush, nowhere to go. He gets sacked. Instant pressure on the play action. The minute Tommy DeVito's eyes go down, they're not coming back up. That's the thing about him, and that's the difference between him and like a real quarterback, to be honest with you. But at least he's not turning the ball over. Third and 16 now for DeVito. Jalen Hyatt at the bottom of the screen. That might be the guy you want to target if you can get a throw up. DeVito connects to Jalen Hyatt down the sideline. It's a bomb from Tommy DeVito to Jalen Hyatt. What did I just say? That's the guy we want to hit. It's a big play from DeVito to Hyatt. Let's see if he got both feet in. Not sure if he did. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. First and 10 for the G-Men. A big play. DeVito to Hyatt. Is that over 104 receiving yards for Jalen Hyatt today on 5 targets? Big play, Jalen. Nothing to review. Nothing to challenge for New England. DeVito keeps it himself, gets to the outside, nowhere to go. He'll just lay down for a yard loss. Nothing doing in the run game today at all. But Jalen Hyatt and that top-end speed just gets behind the DB. Great throw from DeVito over the shoulder of J.C. Jackson, who is struggling today, let's be honest. Starting to rain in New Jersey. This is where we want to see Tommy bring out the inner New Jerseyan. Let's go. Ball security is key in this game. Giants in New England territory, but it is 2nd 11. Snap needs to get off. They just get it off in time. DeVito, nowhere to go. He goes down again. Another sack. Third and 20. It's a lot of pressure on the back of Tommy DeVito right there. Andrew Thomas, it looks like, gets blown up. I'm not sure. I think it was him. 78. Let's see how aggressive the Giants are now. It's 3rd and 20 after you take 2 sacks. DeVito just gets rid of it in the flats to Daniel Bellinger, who falls forward around the New England 41. It'll be 4th and 11. DeVito is breaking records for taking sacks. It's because he's looking down the field. He's not just like throwing it away. He's trying to be tough, trying to make plays. I respect it. But taking too many sacks, got to get rid of it sometimes. Keep the yardage. This is a big play. This is a big punt. Like, the special teams has to be big for the Giants in a game like this. It's 7-7. 3:34 remaining in the third. Gillen's punt. Fair catch called for at the 9, and that's where New England will take over. So Giants need to set up for the screen, stop the run, get up at the line of scrimmage, play aggressive, play downhill. Obviously, that'll be difficult if no Mike McFadden. disappointing to not come away with points when you hit Jalen Hyatt on a 41-yard bomb. See if any other games are cooking right now. Obviously, that Jacksonville game, Houston's up 14-13 on Jacksonville. Easily the game of the slate. Tennessee, Carolina, not a game we're really focused on today, but that's 17-20 Tennessee. Indianapolis up 20-10 on the Bucks. Gardner Minshew having a decent day for Indianapolis, it looks like. And, Atlanta beating New Orleans 14-9. Giants play New Orleans next week, I believe. Another good defense New Orleans has, but not much offense. Derek Carr, I believe, is throwing a pick in that one. Need to see something from this Giants defense if we're going to win this game now, because Bailey Zappi doesn't look like he's just going to hand us a win the same way Mac Jones was trying to do that in the first half. So you're going to have to make some plays in the screen game. You're going to have to make a play on the football at the line of scrimmage. Let's get our hands up. Kayvon Thibodeau. Let's get our hands up. Azeez Ojulari, if you're even playing. Is Azeez Ojulari? No, he's not, right? Jihad Ward's playing. Unbelievable. Jalen Hyatt is the leading receiver in the game. 4 catches, 104 yards. I mean, the guy's kind of open every time you want to throw it down the field for him. It's a matter of if the quarterback can drop it in before the safety, because he's going right by the man coverage at the top. 1st and 10 from their own 9. Kenny Albert, New York legend, probably will be doing the Knick game in 2 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight from East Rutherford to MSG. Might hit traffic, but he'll probably get there by 6 o'clock. We'll see. No, I'm sure Breen will be in the house Sunday night. First and 10 for Zappi. Got to stop the run. Ezekiel Elliott's in the game to start the drive. They fake the jet sweep. They give it right up the gut to Ezekiel Elliott, and Michael McFadden, who's back in the game, good to see that, wraps him up. But a 7-yard gain on 1st and 10. Much more there. There's so much more there for the Patriots in the run game between the tackles than there is for the Giants. No Dexter Lawrence is starting to pay its toll. Zappi under center, 2nd and 3. They send another guy in motion. They fake the jet sweep again. They give it to Elliott. Picks up a 1st down and then some. Gets across the 20. 1st down, Ezekiel Elliott. Giants starting to do this thing where they go for the football. Ezekiel Elliott, good ball carrier. Hard to rip the ball out of him. Rip the ball away from him, excuse me. 1st and 10, 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Handoff is to Elliott, makes a man miss in the backfield, gets about a yard, maybe 2. Got to make Bailey Zappi beat you down the field. Got to figure out a way to do that. C.J. Stroud has a rushing touchdown in Houston. Love those red Texans uniforms. I think that's their best uniform by far. Second and 8. Zappi in the shotgun. Throws the screen. It's dropped. That's what we need to start doing. We need to start making these receivers think a hit is coming, get their head up. They're literally throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage every single time. That cannot happen. That cannot happen if you're a Giant fan. We cannot get beat on a guy who's afraid to throw the ball past the line of scrimmage. Uh-oh. Bear with me, folks. It's a blackout We'll be back in a second on the light. 3rd and 8, though. Big play in the blackout play. Zappy drops back. Giants get their hands on him. They can't wrap him up. He just dumps it off to Ramondre Stevenson, who's short of the first down, it looks like. Giants should have had a sack. Unbelievable. Ramondre Stevenson got pretty... There we go. We got the light back. Ramondre Stevenson got pretty damn close to a first down there. They gave him the first. The Giants are going to challenge the spot, it looks like. Giants are challenging the spot of the ball. I don't know if I like this challenge, honestly. It'll be 4th and 1 if they win it. Struggling. We're struggling. All of a sudden, with Bailey Zappi in the game on 3rd down, we can't get off the field. Should have had a sack there. I did not see who blew the sack, but had Bailey Zappi dead to rights in the backfield, he's able to evade the sack, dump it off to Stevenson, who got very close to picking up a first. We'll see where they spot it. Missing Dexter Lawrence today, stopping the run. That's for sure. Patriots, 21 carries, 102 yards rushing. Which, in a game like this, you really shouldn't see. The Giants have 13 carries for 45 yards because New England said, if we're going to lose today, we're going to make this kid, Tommy DeVito, air it out consistently, not take sacks on 3rd down, stuff like that. We're not going to let Saquon Barkley beat us. The Giants are struggling with the run game. For what reason, I don't know. Because you had to come in today knowing that New England cannot throw the ball. They can't. Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones, their average depth of target today has to be about 1 yard, maybe 2. It's all yards after the catch. It's all screen passes. Basically, quick passing game, an extension of the run game, as some people will say. But we'll see where they spot it. The Giants are challenging the spot of the ball. It's the difference between 1st and 10 for New England and 4th and 1. It looks like he may be short. I don't know. Looks like he may be short. Call reverse, yeah, 4th and 1. Daboll wins the challenge. We'll see if New England goes for it. I'm assuming they will. New England going for a 4th and 1 on their own 39-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott is the Wildcat quarterback. Let's see if they're just trying to draw the Giants offside. A lot of trickeration happening here for the Patriots. There's a lot of motion. A lot of time on the play clock still. There's 12 seconds on the play clock. The Patriots will eventually burn a timeout. Wow. Joe Judge is horrible. David Rogers says, go Giants. Let's go, David. Shout out to you. The Patriots burn a timeout with the ball on 4th and 1 in their own end. They're like trying to draw the Giants offside. I get it. But I don't get it. Now you're going to punt the ball away on 4th and 1. So it's a big challenge from Brian Daboll that they win. It's a big challenge. Patriots not... Don't be surprised if the Patriots try a trick play here. Nope, they do punt it in the end. Olszewski back to return the punt. Fields it at the Giant 18-yard line. That's where Tommy DeVito will take over. 52 seconds remaining. Third quarter. Giants get a big stop on defense. Big challenge from Brian Daboll. Kind of shocked that the Patriots did it. I mean, they are on their own 39. It would be kind of sacrilege in a game like this. You want to make Tommy DeVito drive the field. Don't give him a short field. But these are two bad football teams. 4th and 1. I'd like to see some moxie from either team. First and 10 for the Giants at their own 18. We don't have a commercial break, which is just refreshing to see. Wan'Dale Robinson motions into the backfield. DeVito drops back. Doesn't take a sack. Falls forward. Ball's out. Looks like he fell back on top of it. DeVito scrambles and loses the football eventually, but wow. This is what I'm starting to get scared. I mentioned it many times. So far, so good for DeVito. This time he's able to scoop it up himself, but he's taken too many hits, too many blindside hits. Doesn't really know what's going on around him that much in the pocket if his first read isn't there. Darius Slayton is injured on the play. 2nd and 7. DeVito does end up getting 3 despite fumbling on that play. If DeVito's first read is there, he's not throwing it. That's just a fact. He's definitely not the most athletic quarterback I've ever seen. Certainly has some toughness. Like he could have even more sacks allowed if he wasn't fighting back to the line of scrimmage or for a yard gain every once in a while. 2nd and 7. This could be the last play of the third quarter. Barkley in the backfield. They motion Robinson again. They hand it off to Barkley. Barkley, couple jukes, falls forward. One of his better runs on the day. There's a flag, of course. Of course that's why there's a flag. Probably a hold on the Giants. Holding on Daniel Bellinger. That'll back the Giants up. Of course, we get a decent run, and it's ruined by a hold. They'll run the clock out, I would imagine. We could have a tie today. The tie is very much an option today. The clock will run out due to the penalty, and that'll be the 4th. That'll bring us to the 4th. Giants, nothing in the run game, which is depressing because you have to just be ready to run the football in days like today. And they haven't been able to. Barkley looked like he had like a nice 6-yard run there. Gets brought back by a Bellinger hold. And here we are. 9 carries, 41 yards for Barkley. DeVito's taken another 5 sacks today. It's one thing the Patriots have done. They've not taken sacks. They've gotten rid of the ball quickly. Trying to win that field position battle. We shall see what the Giants do coming out of the timeout. It'll be like 2nd and 17 or something like that after the hold. So, got to start taking some shots down the field if you're Tommy DeVito. Every time he's been able to actually put his full body weight into a throw, it's looked fine. Little indecisive on certain things and ends up taking 5 sacks for 23 yards. Underrated play in this game, though, will be the Randy Bullock the kick out of bounds coming out of the half. You just can't have that, a kickoff going out of bounds like that. Gives the Patriots great field position. They switch their quarterback. Their offense is probably yep, this is our time now. And sure enough, they punch it in the end zone. A tie is more than possible in this game. I know we have like 2 full quarters to go before we can start talking about a tie, but that's what we're working with today. Jacksonville now up 21-14 on the Texans. That's a good game right there. Far from anything we're seeing here offensively, that's for sure. It's been the run game of the Patriots and a little bit of the passing game of the Giants. But let's not oversell anything. Everything has been kind of difficult on both ends. 2nd and 17 now. The Giants on their own 12-yard line. 4th quarter underway. DeVito takes the snap. Looks, able to evade pressure. Almost throws an interception, incomplete. There's a flag on the play. It's probably going to be another hold on the Giants, let's be honest. Illegal use of hands to the face offense. It'll be 3rd and 17. The Patriots decline it. Justin Pugh, illegal hands to the face. Like, why can't we get bailed? I don't know if the Patriots have committed a penalty today either. DeVito avoided pressure, but still ended up almost throwing a pick on the improvisation. 3rd and 17. Don't be a hero here. 7-7 game. Just gets rid of it to Matt Breida. Breida goes out of bounds, well short of the first. Picks up about 10. Needed 17. The Giants will punt. The holding penalty kind of ruins the drive there. We'll see what happens. Defense is going to have to get another stop. Whatever team can get in the field goal range might just win this game today. 10-7 is what we're looking at, more than likely. Jamie Gillen on to punt. Booms one. Fielded inside the 25. Ball is out. Giants can't recover. Oh my God. Cam Brown almost decapitates Demario Douglas. I think he might have. Holy crap. It was like a clothesline from hell on the punt return. That was scary. Oh my God. He lost the ball as soon as he was hit. Cam Brown celebrating. Giants still can't recover. Oh my God. That was scary. That was a clothesline and a half to Demario Douglas. We hope he's okay. That looks like a concussion. Violent play from Cam Brown. Still forces a fumble. Giants can't fall on it. About 5 guys are unable to pick up the ball there. Wasn't helmet to helmet or anything from Cam Brown. It was all arm. But he's running as fast as he possibly can down the field, and the guy runs straight into his bicep, essentially. It's a big defensive drive here for the G-Men. Hate to say it, but forcing turnovers is really the number one way the Giants are going to be able to win this game. Give DeVito a short field. I feel like he can make a couple plays. He's not going to be able to go the length of the field for an entire game against a good defense. The Patriots have a good defense. They're always well coached, obviously, with Belichick on the defensive side of the ball. They have 5 sacks today. Keon White has one. Peppers has one. Jawan Bentley has one. Anthony Jennings has one. And Christian Barmore has a sack. Tackle for loss. They have 5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. Who wants to make a play for this Giants defense? Who wants to step up and make one more play? Bobby Okereke, as we said earlier, has been probably the most consistent defensive player for the Giants, especially the last 6 or 7 weeks. Might have started a little bit slow, but he's picked it up ever since that Dolphins game. I think he made a couple plays in that game on Tua. Let's see it. I need to see what this defense has. Are you going to just roll over and let this New England team, which is really bad, let's be honest, this New England team is not really that much better than the Giants. Is it snowing in New Jersey? Not in New Jersey, but I don't see any precipitation outside of MHT Studios. 1st and 10 for Bailey Zappi, who looks about like 5'5", 150 pounds as an NFL quarterback. He's obviously not that small, but looks that small. Patriots outgaining the Giants, mostly on the ground. They've been able to find success in the run game with Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott. But they also had that drive where they were just screen passing us to death. Zappi hands it off. Stevenson. Big run right up the middle. Gets about 9 yards on 1st and 10. Not sure what they're showing. Must have been some type of fight off camera. 2nd and 1. Ramondre Stevenson's been the player of the game offensively. Whenever he has a hole, he's hitting it. He's making guys miss, getting to the second level. Second and 1, handoff is to Stevenson, who's driven forward for a first down by DJ Davidson. Not sure what he's doing there. Patriots pick up a first. 2 runs and a first down for the Patriots. Missing Dexter Lawrence big time today for sure. Desperately need him back. 12:53 remaining 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for New England. Got to stop Stevenson. Deonte Banks is playing very off at the top of the screen. They're just going to dump it off in the flats again. Zappi steps up. Throws a pick. It's intercepted by Xavier McKinney. He reads the quarterback's eyes and gets an interception. Let's go. That's why they don't let the quarterback to throw it down the field in New England. That's embarrassing. Oh, my God. The 3rd interception of the day for the G-Men. This one from Xavier McKinney. Zappi throws his first pick. There could be more with that to come. Let's go, baby. This Giants defense is forcing tons of turnovers. It could be just the opponents they've had, of course. But McKinney had that read. You saw him coming for that a mile away. Makes the pick. And the Giants will have good field position when they take over. Let's go. Bailey Zappi kind of looks exactly like Mac Jones in the face, let's be honest. DeVito in the shotgun. Giants still have some work to do. They're at the Patriot 32. Would be a very deep kick for Randy. As we saw, he can barely kick the ball on kickoffs. Handoff is to Barkley. He goes forward for about 2 or 3. I mean, just eyeing down his receiver the whole way. Pretty much triple coverage. Xavier McKinney makes a great play on the football. Can we capitalize, Jared? I don't know. We just need to get into easy field goal range. I would settle for a field goal in this type of game. It feels like a lot of points. I know you want a touchdown, obviously. You should be thinking touchdown. It's the NFL. But it is what it is. We know what we're working with. DeVito, nowhere to go. Just dumps it off in the flats to Barkley. Barkley, balls forward. We'll see where they spot it. Might be a first. They'll say he's out short. A yard short. 3rd and 1. Good job by DeVito there. Not taking a sack. Not panicking. dumps it out to his check down, Barkley, who falls forward. Would have liked to seen Saquon do a little bit more with that. Lean your shoulder into the defensive back. Make sure you pick up the first. Now you have a 3rd and 1 where you haven't been able to run the ball all day long. 3rd and 1 has been a Giants nemesis for a while. Giants look like they're about to run QB sneak. They don't. They give it to Breida, who picks up the first down and a couple more. The Giants finally starting to get something going inside the 20. Handoff is to Matt Breida. Nice formation. We've seen this from the Giants before in short yardage situations. They'll have 3 down backers behind the quarterback. So it looked like they had Breida, Barkley, and I think Daniel Bellinger as kind of like a lead blocker to get out in front of Breida there. And you don't really know who's getting the handoff in a 1-yard to gain situation. It could even go to Daniel Bellinger in that spot. So defense is off balance. Give them a different look. Make sure you pick up the first, and the Giants do just that on that play. Let's go. 7-7, 10:32 remaining. Play clock dwindling. DeVito pitches it out wide to Matt Breida. Matt Breida puts his foot in the ground, gets about 5 or 6. There's a flag on the play. It better not be a hold. It better not be a hold on the Giants. I'm hoping it's a face mask, but it looks like it could be a hold. That is just a decapitating hold. Holding offense on on Isaiah Hodgins on the outside. We just don't need it. Let's see the call. It's a weak hold. That is the weakest hold I've ever seen, man. That is a weak-ass hold. 1st and 20 now. Horrible hold call. I don't like that call. I don't care. I get it. He held on. He maybe held his arm for a split second. Maybe. Didn't look bad to me. I've seen way worse not called. The Patriots have like no penalties called the entire day. 1st and 20 now. He's holding. We're not good enough. We're not good enough to be giving up 5 sacks and holds and all this other stuff. Daboll doesn't like the call either. Still would be a lengthy kick for Bullock. You gotta get back inside that 20-yard line marker. I'm not believing any kick is automatic in this game. Handoff is to Barkley. He gets nowhere. Wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Robert Kraft talking to Brian Daboll before the game. Former Patriot assistant, of course, Brian Daboll. Worked for the team. Daboll hits him with like 15 pats on the shoulder. Like, I'm done talking to you, old man. Like, I got a game in like 5 minutes. 2nd and 20. Empty set for Tommy D. Can't take a sack. DeVito hits Sterling Shepard on the slant. Still will be 3rd down, but they get 5 yards on 2nd and 20. So it'll be 3rd and 15. We'll see how aggressive they want to play it. I don't think a field goal is a gimme. It's raining. It's wet in East Rutherford right now. Randy Bullock has not looked... His extra point didn't look good to me. His kickoffs haven't looked good to me. So I don't trust our kicker in this spot to just say, let's run it and kick it. But also, can you trust Tommy D in this spot? We'll see. They throw it behind the line of scrimmage. Like, incomplete. Paris Campbell, it's just like one of the worst screen passes you'll ever see them try to run. They end up losing the yard. He would have been better off just batting the ball into the ground and taking the incompletion. Not a good throw from DeVito. He made Paris Campbell jump back for the ball, do all types of gymnastics to make sure he caught that. 4th and 15. It's a 42-yarder. A good kicker makes this kick. I don't know if Randy Bullock in the rain is a good kicker. I'm not expecting a make here. I'll be shocked if he makes it, to be honest. Let's go. Randy puts it through. Fat Randy Marsh puts it through the uprights, and the Giants take a lead. 10-7. It's a big kick from Randy Bullock. All of that made possible by Xavier McKinney's interception, and the Giants take a lead. Guys, I have to use the restroom one last time before the game's over. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. And we're back. And we're back on Fox. Giants take a lead, 10-7, on the Randy Bullock field goal. One more play from this defense, this game could be over. Like, the Patriots literally cannot throw the ball down the field. If the Giants can stop the run, the Patriots are not going to be explosive. They're just not. So many, 9 takeaways in 2 weeks for the Giants defense? And the only coordinator that we know probably won't be coming back next year is Wink Martindale? How does that make sense? It doesn't. Randy Bullock to kick off. Can we put this one through the back of the end zone, Randy, or can we at least not kick it out of bounds? Because that really handed them points. He puts this one through the back of the end zone. Touchback. Bailey Zappi will come back out there after throwing his first pick of the game. The Giants had their bye week yet? I don't think they have. Next week is the bye. Handoff is to Ezekiel Elliott, who bursts forward for 9 yards on 1st and 10. Giants bye week will be next week. Bijan Robinson catching a touchdown for the Falcons. So he's got 2 touchdowns on the day. Are the Giants going to stop the run here and close out the game? 2nd and 1, under 8 to play, 4th quarter. Zappi hands off to Ezekiel Elliott. This time he runs directly into Bobby Okereke. But it is a first down. Gets 2 yards, needed 1, gets 2. They're replaying that injury to Demario Douglas earlier. I'm imagining he's out for the game, definitely. Looks like he had a concussion. That was just a brutal... It literally looked like a clothesline from hell in wrestling, except it was real. And the guy wasn't ready for it. 1st and 10, under 7 remaining. Zappi under center. Gives it to Ramondre Stevenson, who's tackled for a loss. Jason Pinnock and Kayvon Thibodeau, the first to meet him. It'll be 2nd and 11. Stuff the run. You just need 1 3rd and long, essentially, in this game to make Bailey Zappi make a big throw, and you should be able to win this game. I know there's Giant fans complaining about the draft pick. I just consider them nerds and losers. I'm sorry. I get it. Talk to me in the offseason. In the grand scheme of the world, the Giants should have beat the Jets. They should already be 4-8. The ball's batted up in the air. Oh, nice play. They'll say incomplete. Heck of a play by number 48, Whitley. I've never even heard of this guy. I've literally never even heard of this guy. He gets out in the passing lane. That's what we've been waiting to see all game long from one of these defensive ends. Read the screen pass. Get out there. Read the quarterback's eyes. Instead of trying to get a sack on Bailey Zappi, which probably the Patriots are just not going to allow you to do. They tried to drop back with him once, and he threw a pick. So now they're going to go back to that screen game, and the Giants were ready for it. One more play, 3rd and 11, Patriots at their own 35. Zappi in the shotgun. Looked like someone moved early. They don't blow it dead. Zappi gets sacked. It's Jihad Ward who gets a sack, and the Giants get another stop. Let's go, Tommy Thunder. Jihad Ward gets a nice sack. Zappi looking down the field, nowhere to go with it. Gets tripped up from behind, and the Patriots will punt. 5:45 remaining, and the Patriots are punting. So one good drive here could put this game out of reach. Punts in the air, nearly blocked. Olszewski saying, let it go, let it bounce. They let it bounce. Good punt. Goes out of bounds at around the 21. Giants defense playing big when they need to, especially on 3rd down today. Jihad Ward gets a key sack and get off the field again. New England's quarterback situation is one of the worst I've ever seen in football. The fact that Tommy DeVito is able to come in undrafted and look better than Mac Jones, completely look better than Mac Jones, is unbelievable. And it should not be the case with Bill Belichick as your coach. It just shouldn't. I'm sorry, Bill Belichick, you drafted Mac Jones, you hired all these guys, you brought back Joe Judge, which as Giant fans, we knew this guy wasn't going to be your answer at offensive coordinator, and now look where you stand. (10-7), one little drive here, kill some clock. The problem is the Giants have not been able to run the ball whatsoever all day long. So in order to kill clock, you're going to need to do something. Are you going to, complete some screen passes like the Patriots have? That would be nice. Just get the ball out of your hands quickly. Don't let DeVito do too much. Don't let the clock stop. All that stuff. Some decent games in terms of competitiveness in the NFL. A bunch of 1-score games, 2-score games going on. Jacksonville giving it to the Texans, 24-14. Trevor Lawrence, 358 yards throwing in that game. He's starting to find his stride later in the season for sure. Can we make some plays on offense? Can we kill some clock? At least get it to the 2-minute warning. That's what we need to try to be doing here. Obviously, you want to score a touchdown, but let's not get greedy. We have one touchdown all day. Maybe we're just saving it. Maybe we're just saving that game-winning touchdown drive. Maybe this is where Tommy D strives. They're showing old Bill Belichick talking to Lawrence Taylor highlights, which I'm sure is getting some of our older fans excited, no doubt. Bill Belichick versus rookie QBs in his career is 24-6, and if he goes to 24-7 against Tommy DeVito, that would be really embarrassing. 1st and 10 for Tommy D. Handoff is to Barkley. Falls forward for about a yard. He's made a couple of nice throws today, Tommy D. He does have some zip on the ball as opposed to like these other undrafted fifth string quarterbacks. (16 of 24, 186 yards and a touchdown. Second and 7. DeVito in the shotgun. Gets rid of it, completes it to Jalen Hyatt for about 4 yards, maybe 5, so it'll be 3rd and short. Like to see Jalen Hyatt running those type of routes too. It's crunch time. Have your rookie out there running the whole route tree. He's running that curl route. Tommy D, 3rd and 2. Let's see what you got. No sacks. DeVito drops back, looking, nowhere to go, and he takes a sack. What did I just say? Oh my God. Somebody's hurt on the Patriots defensive line, but Tommy DeVito takes another sack. We'll have an injury timeout for sure. Someone on the Patriots D-line is definitely injured. But game's going to have to be won on the defensive side of the ball. We can't pick up a 4th and 2. That's frustrating right there. That's really frustrating. I don't know who DeVito's read was. I guess it's Bellinger was his first read. They had 2 guys on him. Really nobody open, to be honest with you. He saw it right away, but pockets collapsing. There's pockets collapsing by the time this guy's making his first, second read. So, takes a sack. Patriot player walks off under his own power. Looks okay. 10-7, 3:51 remaining. 4th and 7. We'll see Jamie Gillen for the 5,232nd time today. Approximately. Karen's back with 3:51 to go. She's here for crunch time. I get it, Karen. You haven't missed much, to be honest with you. You missed a field goal, so. Giants are going to run the clock all the way down. Jamie Gillen is wiping his hands with a beach towel again. He better not shank this punt. He has the towel right next to him. All right, he gets the punt off. It's not a good punt, of course. It's returnable. They get across midfield. Horrible punt from Gillen. Just bad. The guy, when you need a key punt from Jamie Gillen, it's guaranteed a shank. Guaranteed a shank. People don't talk about clutch punting. Hey, Tommy Thunder. Yeah, we got Tommy Thunder, Tommy DeVito. It's Tommy Day. Patriots have thrown 3 picks today, and they still have a chance to drive the field and win the game. At least tie it. 3:15 remaining. 1st and 10. Bailey Zappi in the game. At midfield. So the Patriots really only need to go 20 to 30 yards here to easily get a field goal. Handoff right up the gut. They pick up 5 or 6 on 1st and 10. Across the Giant 45 to the Giant 44. They'll say 2nd and 4 coming up. Like, if you could just find good odds on overtime, this is the most obvious overtime situation. Unless the Patriots were to miss a kick, which I wouldn't rule out. Bailey Zappi is 7 of 10 for 45 yards and a pick in the second half. So let's not act like this guy's the answer either. Patriots clearly need to draft a QB, obviously. Handoff right up the gut. The Giants stuffed this one. Bobby Okereke makes the play. Karen, it's 10-7. Tommy threw the touchdown in the first half. I'm fairly certain you were still here for that. Fairly certain. 3rd and 4. Big play, honestly. It's 4-down territory. If Patriots have to snap it, they snap it. Zappy almost throws another pick. It hits Okereke in the chest. Oh, my goodness. Could have had our 4th pick of the game. It didn't hit him in the chest. I'm sorry to say that. Play happened so quickly. Zappy threw a duck so fast. But it hits Okereke in the right hand. Almost intercepted. Unbelievable. That could have been the clincher. Instead, we'll do 4th and 4. 4th and 4 could be the clincher. Patriots not in field goal range. Unless, I don't know what type of leg Ryland has. Or whoever their kicker is. But I doubt he has like a 60-yarder in the rain in his locker. We'll see. It's a big 4th and 4, obviously. Game on the line coming up. Houston with the ball down 10 to Jacksonville. They got to make something happen there. Atlanta up by 6 against New Orleans at home. Tennessee hasn't scored in hours, it feels like, but they're up by a touchdown against the lowly Panthers. Best game of the slate might be Bucks-Colts. Bucks have the ball. They're only down 7. It's 27-20. Baker Mayfield has 2 touchdowns in that one, both going to Mike Evans. Michael Pittman Jr. having 10 catches for over 100 yards in that one. But yeah, coming up to this Giants-Patriots, this is the ball game right here, 4th and 4. Karen just said she just made dinner, pork chops, stuffed butternut squash, and homemade applesauce. Amazing. Sounds delicious. Enjoy. Hopefully you're enjoying after a Giants W, Karen. That sounds delicious. Nothing better to wash down a Giants W than some butternut squash and homemade applesauce with some pork chops. Let's go. One big play. That's all we need. Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones have put on a clinic of how not to play the quarterback position today. It's been a struggle for them. The fact that they were able to run the ball so well and the Giants weren't says a lot about the offensive lines of both teams. Patriots have only had 2 sacks as well. Tommy DeVito's been sacked 6 times. If the Giants win 2 games in a row being sacked over 7 times each, or whatever, 6, 7 times each, that's embarrassing for the Patriots, embarrassing for the Commanders. Here we go. Big play coming. Just get in their faces, play aggressive, make Bailey Zappi throw the ball down the field, and he could throw a pick. Every drop back looks like it could be thrown to the other team for New England today. Outside of these screen passes behind the line of scrimmage. Here we go. 4th and 4. They need about 8 or 9 to pick to get the field goal into field goal range according to the Fox line. Zappi drops back, gets rid of it, completes it for a 1st down. Oh, it's an easy drop back. They get rid of the ball quickly, gets out of bounds as well. Adoree Jackson. Working on Juju Smith-Schuster, who makes the catch. Just gets it out to the flats quickly. The story of the day for New England. It's going to come down to a game-tying kick, it looks like, to send us to OT. Zappi at his own 39. They need about 4 or 5 to get to the line to gain. Zappi drops back. Throws it, completes it in bounds. Well, they say he rolled out of bounds, okay. So they pick up 3, get it out to the flats again. Patriots have 2 timeouts, the Giants have 3. 10-7. Old school football. Patriots will run it to Stevenson. Picks up a first and then some. Giants being carried by Ramondre Stevenson inside the 25. And it'll be much easier field goal now for New England. Damn. Defense couldn't hold up. Ramondre Stevenson been the best player on offense for either side as far as I'm concerned. He's had some really tough runs and plays where the Giants know that New England's trying to run the ball, trying to get rid of it quickly. And Ramondre Stevenson carrying arm tackles, breaking arm tackles has been the difference so far in New England just being able to move the ball at all. They fake the jet sweep. They give it to Stevenson again. He goes down after about a yard gain. So a minute left. 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9. They'll say, yeah, it's 2nd and 9 for New England. We'll see if they can make the kick. That's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be a makeable kick, Karen. I'm not going to lie. It'll be like inside 40 yards for this field goal. And we'll see if they're able to just connect on it. If I'm New England, I'm definitely not throwing the ball, putting myself in a situation where I could throw a pick here. Here they are. They're throwing it. Zappy drops back. Looking. Just gets rid of it incomplete. The clock will stop. 3rd and 8. Here we go. 3rd and 8. 31 seconds remaining. New England should not take any chances. I'm sorry. If they drop back and throw a pick here, it's on their own. It's their own fault and they're tanking. Just run the ball to Stevenson. Take the field goal. If they do a jet sweep, Giants are ready for it. Isaiah Simmons wraps him up, and it'll be 4th and 6, 4th and 5. New England will kick their field goal to send us to OT. Oh, God. This has tie written all over it. Let's be honest, people. New England calls their timeout with 5 seconds left. And they'll line up for the field goal, yep. .147 yards on the ground for New England today. That's really just tough to understand. 35-yarder to tie the game, send us to overtime. For Ryland. Guy looks 70 pounds soaking wet. Giants will burn a timeout, try to ice the kicker. See if it works. Yeah, who knows, Karen? Maybe they get a hand on it. Maybe the guy just shanks it. Maybe they have a bad snap. It's raining. The ball's a little wet. It's a little disappointing we couldn't make this a bit of a further kick, to be honest with you. You're just letting Ramondre Stevenson run the ball in 2-minute drill on you. Yeah, Karen, it was raining for a while there, but now it looks like I don't see a ton of moisture. We'll see. 35-yard attempt. Here we go. Kick is up. It's no good. He missed it. He misses the kick. Oh, my goodness. The kid misses the kick. Oh, wow. And the Giants are going to get out of here with a W. Unbelievable. Is that a tank? Is that a tank kick? Is that shaving points? That was such a bad kick for a 35-yarder. Let's look at the snap. Good snap, good hold. Kid just pulls it. Too much juice on it, too. I never understand this with kickers. You have a 35-yarder. We know you can make it from like 60 almost. Or at least you have the leg for it. The kid just blew the kick. Giants will win this game. Wow. Unbelievable finish Just New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are the worst team I've seen this year, and it's not even close. I don't know how bad Carolina is. Patriots, I guess, can stop the run, play a little bit of defense, but oh my God! And Patriot fans are going to act like they won this game for tanking purposes. Unbelievably bad. I don't care. I get it. Oh, we should have lost. Oh, blah blah blah. We should have lost. I don't care. We're 4-8. We probably should be 5-8 if we could have beat the Jets and let Tommy DeVito throw it a couple times against the Jets. We probably win that game. First win versus Patriots at home since November 1987. Bill Belichek loses to Tommy DeVito in New Jersey. Some of the worst quarterback play you're ever going to see in an NFL game today. Let's call a spade a spade. DeVito, he threw one touchdown. We like him. But that being said, Karen, I know you're a fan. Other people in the chat, we know Tommy DeVito isn't the long-term answer. Should have beat the Bills too, 6-7, right? I don't care about the tank job. The tank job is gone. I really don't. Because you look at it like there's too much season to start losing games on purpose. Maybe the Patriots lost today on purpose, but they lost the minute they drafted Mac Jones. Let's call a spade a spade. Daniel Jones would have never played like Mac Jones today. Tommy DeVito played better than Mac Jones today. Bailey Zappi was not much better, if not worse. So, you know what it is? A win's a win. We're 4-8. I'm very happy with the way the defense played. Key moments, made plays. I don't know what it is with the Giants recently and guys just missing kicks against them, but it's starting to creep in our direction, at least with that type of luck. But yeah, another exciting game, even though it wasn't exciting at all. I appreciate everybody who joined the stream. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I want everyone to have a good rest of your Sunday. There's not much we can break down about a Giants-Patriots 10-7 win. Like, am I jacked up? I'm not that jacked up. I'd rather win than lose in any situation. It's embarrassing to look back at your record some years and say, oh, the Giants won 2 games that year, and then you're going to tell me that this next quarterback they draft is a god. Same people would have told you Zach Wilson was a god when he was coming out of the draft, all that stuff. Yeah, it was the coach's faults with the play calling against the Jets and the Bills. I agree. We could have been way more aggressive in those games. But it is what it is. It's the past. The Giants improve to 4-8. The Patriots go back to 2-9. One of the worst seasons in Patriot history, no doubt, or at least in the last 30 years under Bill Belichick. So, 10-7. It was ugly. It's one of the ugliest NFL games you're ever going to see. But a win is a win. We move on. Next week is a bye week, so I'll try to bring you a Nick game this week. We'll try to do a Nick game of the week. And yeah, I'll let you know. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. More stuff coming this year and in the new year. So stay tuned, and I appreciate everyone who joined. So adios. Have a good rest of your